Yeah. I don't give a f.
Well, you then, bitch. I'm gonna mute that.
You can hang that up.
It's all good.
Probably not.
Hey, delete that part. Delete that part.
What are you even talking about?
That's a different conversation.
They get your stupid ugly ass out here.
You are now tuned into The Twist on You Film Me TV. This is not your grandmother's cup of tea.
Welcome to another episode of The Twist on You Feel Me TV. It is me, Rell Beatz.
AKA.
Back to Homer Slimpson. Got my boy Pete.
AKA the self-checkout bandit. AKA side dollar sign. AKA small dick energy. AKA proper Pete. You feel me?
Got my girl, Jay.
AKA, I'm still cold.
Are you?
It's warm in here though.
Yeah.
No, I'm not right now, but you know, I'm cold.
And joining us this week, we have the tag team champions of the world.
Bubba Ray and Devo. The Dudley brothers.
We have our first repeating guest, Miss Leah Landez. And we have our
We have
new
our
champion.
Guy. We have our guy.
Yeah,
The
we have
man,
that
the
guy.
myth, the legend.
The man himself. 10 times champion. Will and Bill. Everybody give it up for Max Landez.
Max. Woo.
First applause.
First applause. Yeah. Max is special.
I'm telling you, they were fangirling you when Leah was talking about you.
She was telling me something about that. I want you to know it was a little suspect when I didn't know y'all.
Yeah, it wasn't.
That's okay.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going to get a shirt that says Max Landis. I was like, what?
Don't tell them all the jokes. Just kidding, everybody. Just kidding, everybody. So, yeah, we'll get into a little bit about you. So, tell everybody, well, first of all, before we get started, to y'all watching, make sure you like, and if you're leaving right now, which you shouldn't be, leave a comment, and always subscribe to the channel. It helps our algorithm. Did I get that word right? All right.
Send those titties to the Gmail.
Always send the titties to the Gmail.
Always.
That's a joke. He's like, titties to the Gmail?
More liable to get a dick pic.
All right, so let's get into Max Landez. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a human.
Yeah.
That's what we were looking for. Good answer. One for one. Let's do it.
I'm originally from Seattle. I've lived in a lot of places in this country, and Atlanta is bar none my favorite. So I run Motor Cars of Atlanta, the fixed op side. Mm-hmm. So I got 6 different brands from Koenigsegg to McLaren to Lamborghini. And
So when you say the fixed up side,
there's 2 sides to an automotive dealership.
Mm-hmm.
There's the variable side, which is your sales side. It's all just the drug game, if you will, the buying product, selling it for.
Yeah.
And then there's the back end, which is the service side, which is fixing all the problems, overcoming, customer issues, and that's the fixed op side.
and what were the cars you mentioned?
Got Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce, Lotus, Koenigsegg, McLaren, and Aston Martin.
Is there another dealership like that one out here?
No.
So
I'm the only one in a 250-ish mile. Like the closest dealer is Texas, Charlotte, Tampa, Orlando.
A guy was telling me his cousin, I think, owns 2 Lamborghinis. He said he lives in Lawrenceville, and I was like, he probably,
Yeah,
work
probably.
with you. So.
I mean, hopefully. I hope we are in their business. But I mean, a lot of people are people. Whether they own a $250,000 car or a $50,000 car, some people will take it to a dealership because they want to have, certified technicians and the proper special tools and have it done like according to how the factory wants it done. Mm-hmm. Or you can save a buck and you can take it to like an independent shop, something like that. You know what I mean? And you can save a little bread and have somebody that, just finished working on a.
So what's the typical insurance on one of these cars?
I mean, it depends on which one it is, but I mean, a Rolls $500,000 car is, it's a G at least.
That's not bad.
But
That's not bad.
If
you could afford a Rolls Royce, you can afford a G on the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I haven't heard somebody complain about the insurance.
Yeah, like,
It's more like the note.
yeah,
So what's a note on one of those?
Like 5 Gs.
I ain't trying to do that.
Yeah. Or and it also depends on your credit, how much you put down, right? I mean, there's a big variance in my world because like most people leverage cars at dealers, whether it's, BMW, whatever, you basically borrow from the bank to buy the car.
Mm-hmm.
For us, a lot of people are entertainers, rappers,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that like, they don't have credit, like a real like basis for credit.
It's just like cash.
Right. So then you're talking about cash deals.
Did
so
you
now,
sell, was it T-Pain, his Rolls Royce?
Yeah.
The purple one?
Yeah.
Oh man.
We took shopping bags to that car one day.
Did you?
Yeah. Like
Wait,
little girls.
did his have the umbrella in it?
I didn't
All
get
of them
it.
do.
Yeah.
All of them?
It had a
Yeah,
gold
that's a
Desert
Rolls-Royce
Eagle in
thing.
there.
Yeah.
Gold Desert Eagle?
That come with the car.
Yeah. Rolls Royce are amazing cars, man. Everybody's always so big about like the flashiness, like you say, like the McLarens and that kind of stuff. But Rolls Royce.
Yeah. Well, I want a McLaren because I want to be a superhero after I'm done with this podcast.
Oh yeah.
He already is. We can't reveal
So I want a
his,
blacked out McLaren. If you ever see a blacked out McLaren like driving down your block in your neighborhood, just know it's the Crow.
Oh,
That's
wow.
gonna be my
That's his name.
Little Dick Energy.
Yeah.
AKA.
Yeah.
Yeah, he owns it, man.
Yeah, come on, man. I'm here.
So,
T-Pain bought a Mini Cooper back. We both used to work for BMW, but back when I worked there, he bought a Mini Cooper from us. Like I actually have a picture of it.
who?
T-Pain.
Oh,
What, a Mini Cooper?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
see him
my
driving that.
So I couldn't bring my BMW to you to get an oil change.
No. I mean, I would do it for you. You know what I mean? Like I that's an easy problem to solve. But ultimately, no, I don't have my doors open to just.
Now, since you work in that high-end luxury motors, do you look at BMW as like peasantry or like Mercedes?
Well, that's a real tough question. I'll answer it like this. I spent 8 years with BMW.
Yeah, we worked there too.
So
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I had a bad time. Like I can't tell you in words how much I can't stand those cars. So like BMW, I wouldn't say peasantry, but I would say that it's not worth what people pay for them.
It's not.
Now Mercedes has come a really long way. That they've really come strong with their brand. It's impressive. The AMG, they canceled that, by the way. Like AMG, there's no more AMGs currently, which sucks.
Is that because of the shortage or?
Yeah, man. Yeah, everything's getting squeezed right now, but that's a big thing for a manufacturer to cancel like a
whole line.
Exactly, a sport line like that. But Mercedes has come a long way in rebranding themselves. Audi's become really big. Porsche, like I went and worked for Porsche for 6 years, and like when I went there, it was like we maybe saw 10 cars a day. Now they're like begging people not to come in, like 50 a day, So, I mean, they've blown up too. So.
But I've had 4 BMWs and I loved them. So
I say, well, mine is a freaking child. That's probably why I don't want no kids. And when I first,
Childish car.
it is like it's something I had rolled over something in the street. No, a tire had popped on the truck, and then like I rolled over the tire because it hit me. Yeah. So I rolled over it, whatever, and then like I was just driving. Like probably 2 days later, then my car just stopped. I called BMW. They came to pick it up, towed it up there, whatever, and they said they fixed it. So
Long story short.
long story freaking short. So I was on the highway driving back home, and like my car stopped, and so they were saying that I was out of gas, but it only said I was on half. So they never drove my car like all the way to see like if the gas was working. So I didn't have any gas in my car, and I was on the side of the road for 9 hours waiting for them to come get me. And then the dude actually came out there, and because I couldn't crank my car up, he left. And then I had to wait another 3 hours, and then the police ended up towing my car as a BMW.
I would have been left that car.
Yeah,
You
9
should have Ubered out of there.
hours.
I'd have
Yeah.
I
left.
came
No,
to pick her up, but she didn't want to go with me.
No, because
She didn't want to leave the
The
car.
car doesn't start. It ain't going nowhere.
She don't want to
I
leave
did
it.
not want to leave it on the side of the road. Like I
she
had
don't
just
want to come back and the
Right.
fucking tires be missing.
Oh well.
I said, but I had just got it. So at that point, I was like, I ain't trying to leave this on the side
Anyone
of the
who
road.
sees a car on the side of the road ain't. I mean, yeah, someone could take tires, but chances are it's not going to happen.
I'm not stopping.
They
on
were
the
like,
side
I
of the road.
mean,
Yeah.
you know, but it was just crazy. Like at the end of it, they ended up giving me 4 of the 3M mats or whatever, like to put in my car and detail.
A little tree to hang
all
up in the
because
window.
roadside took so long to pick you up because of the 9 hours.
Yeah. Because I like
'Cause it's not
there was
warranty.
no food, no
It wasn't a warranty repair, right? Like you blew out your tire or something.
no.
She said she drove over.
Yeah, she drove over.
Yeah,
retread,
drove,
so
but
you
no, they
damaged
had
something.
they had fixed the problem, and then after I got it back from them, the gas gauge wasn't reading.
Oh, so you-
yeah,
She kept running out of gas.
So I kept running out of
Ran out
gas
of
when I
gas.
was on half, but I didn't know what it was, and then they figured it out that that's what it was, but they had said they fixed it,
Oh yeah.
so they never fixed it, so they end up
See
giving
what
me
I'm
a lot
talking
of
about?
stuff.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm here just.
like-
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, it's challenging because those cars, like when I first went to work for BMW, it was all about reliability, and and they were great. E46s, E39s.
They don't know what that is.
the old like
do that movie, Wally.
M3s, you know, like the old M3s, like
Yeah.
the old 5 Series. You know, those cars were awesome, especially the M's. And they were,
Yeah,
and they
I
were
got
reliable.
an M3.
But now it's like you can't keep them out of warranty. If you keep them out of warranty, man.
And I had every single warranty that you could possibly get on that car. And like when they was like, oh, well, this is, I was like, yes, it do. Because I got it. I know I got it. And then like I called my mom. I was like, they said I don't have this one. Yes, you do. I was like, girl. I was like, these people going to leave me here for real. 'Cause you is, woo. Yeah, it was something else.
I have 2 questions. When you go to like most dealerships, you go in and when you're waiting to be serviced, they give you like stale popcorn and shit like that. What do you guys give?
I mean, we have coffee and like the usual stuff, but not stale popcorn. No, I'm not going to. But you have to understand, my world's a little bit different, right? Because most people don't have. The thing about affluent people when you get successful is time. Time is real important to them. So where you bring your car in,
Oh yeah.
I don't see most of Tyler Perry doesn't bring his car in, right? He has like an assistant come and
that-
drop
Yeah.
it off, or like, you know. So I don't. Those cars aren't things that you can sit and wait on,
Right.
So you can sit and wait and
'Cause
have
you
an
never
oil
gonna have the
change, but you
parts.
can't wait on a McLaren oil change. It's like at least 3 hours of. So I mean,
My second thing is if I come in with my Jeep, like, yo, Max, it's me. Coming to trade it in today. What you got for me?
yeah, I'll
He's
buy
like,
you.
I don't know him.
No, I'm an equal opportunist. I'll buy a
So
Jeep.
what? I guess
I'll buy a Jeep and wholesale if I got to.
what's like the shittiest trade in you got?
Oh man, dude, we've had some beater like BMWs. We've had some Hondas. We've had some, you know.
Honda?
I was a Honda.
Like what type of Honda?
Well, because what happens is these people got multiple cars. You know what I mean? So when you're going to buy a car, all of a sudden they'll like offload. Like let's say you just came into money. Let's say this hit it off, and you get $1 million, right?
McLaren 540S.
Speaking into an existence.
Yeah.
Convertible.
So what you gonna what you gonna trade in? You're gonna trade in what you got right now.
I'll trade
Right?
in
So
my
maybe a
life.
Sentra.
Like, you want my shirt too? Yeah.
Nah, I'll trade in the Tucson.
Yeah.
You get
You wouldn't
five.
give it to like your brother or something?
I'll trade the Tucson in.
And then buy your brother something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you
this
give it
hit
to
off-
him and not trade in anything, and just you know.
Just buy
But yeah,
it.
I mean, there's a certain singer, I won't say who, but when their career started, they came to BMW.
It's K. Michelle, I knew it.
Who is a guy? It was
it's Tank.
it's an R&B singer.
Oh, I know what you're talking
But they used to have like a little. I want to say they had like an Infinity, like the coupe, you know, and
Oh,
they
like the
they ended up
Q35?
trading it for like whatever the 2 door is, like the G, maybe G35 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
They traded that for like a 6 Series. So
Jacquees.
I don't want to say who.
You said it was a singer?
Yeah.
It's Tank.
I won't.
It's not
It's not him.
Take money is coming
I won't say who this person is, but yeah, they are an R&B singer.
I feel like they were just singing the national anthem and everybody keeps playing it on Instagram.
Oh, like Fergie?
Yeah.
Where she sung that national anthem?
Y'all never gonna guess. So
I'm saying to start with a J and end with an S.
J ends with an S.
Jacquees.
it's James Brown.
Yeah, no, it's not him. Don't even know if I could spot. I mean, I don't listen to him really. I don't even know if I could spot him out of a lineup.
No,
But
he
it's
was.
not him.
I said they made that remix from when he was saying for the land of the free. It was like all over Instagram for a long
Oh,
time.
I think I remember. Yeah.
They're remixing it again. And now saying I don't work for free. And using that thing. But we'll get off of him because it's not him. Tank, like I told you, Tank. I'm just playing. So I guess we'll get into some of these topics.
It's Mario.
No, not Jamario. I may tell you guys after, but I won't put this person on the.
Cool.
You know.
Any more questions? I feel like I'll come up with something later.
Nah, man.
How long have you been at that location?
3.5 years, almost 4 years.
I used to live over there. So what's the guy's name? He's I think a chef or something. He has like the spiky blonde hair.
Oh, you talking about Guy?
Is that his name?
I feel like there is.
Fieri.
Yeah,
Ferrari.
I think that is his name.
I seen him over there, and he was driving like a green Lotus one day.
Does that ring a bell to you?
This is probably years ago, because like I said, I used to live literally right around the corner from it.
No.
So
Yeah,
I lived over there.
Guy Fieri has the spiky hair though.
Yeah, I lived over there about 10
We have to
years.
Google it.
Yeah, I see some things, man. Like it's a cool job.
Yeah.
Everybody that comes in there,
You're hiring.
huh?
You're hiring.
Yeah, I'm hiring.
What's the entry level? You probably got to have a master's in fucking
No.
chemistry or some shit.
I'll just type the appointments. Like, oh yeah, we have you just. Give us the keys.
Serving people is a really hard job.
Yeah,
it's
we
real
know.
rewarding.
People
but-
are assholes sometimes.
Yeah, most people are because most anger, like the most common anger, is inconvenience. Like that's what people get angry
and
about.
that's what
Yeah.
you're gonna deal with.
And so you're dealing with something that you didn't build the car, you didn't break the car, you didn't engineer the car,
Yeah.
but it's your fault they caught a nail today when they have to be somewhere. So like you got to solve that problem for them, and it can be challenging. But the automotive business is actually really fantastic. Like you can make six figures and have a high school education. Most of us all started out as porters. We were valets. I was, and then we just worked our way up.
I thought about doing that, but then I haven't driven a stick shift in like 3 years.
Oh, you don't have to. There's not that many left, man. I mean, we have Mercies and some older cars come in, Diablos and those kind of things that'll be sticks, Ferraris. But by and large, everything's going automatic, man.
Now let me
Yeah,
ask you.
she was.
Go
I was
ahead,
gonna say
go
she was telling us like the stick shift is a little bit different.
On what?
Pretty much from like a standard, just say.
Who has the paddles?
I mean, they all have paddles. They all have paddle shifting. Like I guess you could argue, you could say like manual. When you say manual, I mean a clutch on the floor,
Right. Yeah.
and you're shifting. Right, that's gone. Most of it's all like
On the
you can
wheel.
put it in manual mode, and then you just use paddles, or they'll have a shifter that you can shift with also. But it's still an automatic. You know what I mean? Because ultimately, we can't change gears as fast as the current technology.
Right.
Right. And so they've just progressed past the efficiency on clutches.
Now, when rappers say they be whipping the foreign, how many of them do be lying? Because I know 50% of them can't drive a fucking stick or a manual.
Yeah, I don't see many, man. But I mean that statement too is like loaded, because how many people come to my dealership that actually drive the cars or can
Yeah.
afford them? Not many.
Not many?
Most of the ones that come there are like, in the parking lot in front of a car, like,
Oh, yeah, I got you.
I used to think they owned all the cars.
it's all for the gram,
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to think that too.
I thought
like
every car in their video, I thought they owned it until I
Fucking-
seen Migos with the Alabama tag. I was like,
Yo, that like I feel bad for some of my clients. Like Quavo's great, but like when he comes in, he's got a Aventador, all purple, huncho down the side.
I seen that. Where did I see that?
it's in the video somewhere.
It's probably
Probably
I know
so,
he's
yeah.
had it in videos of his, but it's just people don't respect property. So like people just come and start going around the car. So you're constantly like chasing people off. I feel bad because
I mean, it's right there off the that busy road.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and a lot of people just come there to look at cars. Like there's a lot of people who like enjoy cars. you
I've
know?
never, as long as I lived by, I never went there. I went to the pool place
You
next
should
to
come
it.
by, man. I mean,
Hey, we're taking a field trip. We already made
yeah. I mean,
it.
it's a really cool thing. Like, I mean, we got obviously our brands that are specific, but I mean, you know, we take tons.
I don't
of
even
stuff
know
on
where to
trade.
park. It seems like y'all always have that little gate closed.
Oh, you're just after hours, man. You should
is
try to
it?
come around
Yeah.
during the day. My man's like, I unlock that at 7 and I lock it at 7.
So for example, I used to do my laundry at the little laundromat that was close to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, right next door.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. So Sunday,
Sunday we're closed.
that's what it
Yeah.
was then.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, you can't. Yeah, you gotta come Monday through.
Yeah, you got to come Monday through Saturday,
Monday through
and we got
Saturday.
you. If you come during the week, man.
Yeah, I've literally been to everything around it. The liquor store where the guy always keeps his pit bull in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
The
fuck?
pool hall.
Right.
Hey, dogs like family. So, like
Did
I
you
said,
work or live near there? Or what?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
literally,
said he
when you
used to live
turn
there.
out from your lot,
Oh, that
Pitts
first.
Road.
Yeah,
Yeah, I live pretty much right there.
Yeah.
So that's where I moved to go to school. Then before I actually moved over here, I had to do a group project. Some guy, he was like, I live right next to the Lambo dealership. And next thing I know, I moved a couple of months later and I live next to it. And I was like, that's the same place. So I was like, one day. But I'm not really big into like those type of cars. So
Yeah, it's amazing technology.
yeah.
But-
I would rather have that stuff in a house or like in a room.
Yeah, it's challenging, guys. Like it seems really
seems
cool, but I mean it's stressful. You know, like I drive these cars, and when you get out on the road, like people are all like getting, you know, swerving in your lane
Yeah.
and trying to videotape you. And if you go to the gas station and stop, people come up to you, they start asking you all sorts of questions. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's when I throw those pallets down, and I just fucking speed off.
I saw him get in the car, slow ass.
You ever seen that thing where fucking Batman does the little thing like the fucking Fortnite nigga? No, you ain't never see that? Oh, you gotta see that shit.
Like the dance, the emotes or whatever.
Yeah, he be like this, and he running away.
Batman himself did it.
Nah, it's like from Fortnite.
No, I seen the Fortnite people do it. but
Yeah.
not- I thought you meant like that Bruce Wayne, like the
Yeah. Well, it's
the
like
real
a,
guy. But,
Nah,
you know,
it's like
Batman's
a
not
Fortnite
real.
character. This is not interesting, so
I always hear about Fortnite, but I've never played it, and he doesn't play it.
I'm not into Fortnite. No video games for you.
He
I used to play a lot of Call
not
of Duty.
lately. Lately, he's been more Call of Duty in real life.
Yeah, I've been shooting a lot
life.
like in real life, but like
Yeah.
yeah, I did Call of Duty for a good amount of time. It's a good time.
I was never really into it. The game I used to play was called SOCOM, and it was like
Oh,
years-
dude, SOCOM Navy SEALs. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, PlayStation, good old days.
Yeah.
yeah, that was like the first like
That was the first
PvP.
game I was addicted.
Yeah, man. So was I. I was with you.
My ex lived in Alabama. I would drive 4 hours, take my system, get there, and I'm hooking up shit.
Yep.
Like, so you came to play the game? I was like, pretty much. But hello, you know what I mean? I was
Those were the good old days too, because you bought the game and you were set.
Yep.
You could play it for hours and days, whatever. Now it's all pay to play. Now, if you want to like have the new maps or whatever, you got to
Everything,
like
$20 more.
Yeah, man. So it's like you buy a $50 game and then you're paying $20 every 2 months to
fucking companies know
upgrade it.
how to get your money, man.
They do, man.
Yeah.
They've
And
turned
it's
it
all
into-
like virtual currency too.
It is.
Because you got to buy it from like the PlayStation store, the Xbox store, or whatever. And
Just wait, man. This is good. I mean, this is the next generation. Crypto's going to do the same thing. That whether it's NFTs in game or it's going to be.
about those NFTs, man, I think them shits are scams. I don't know how, but I just really think they're scams.
I think if you've spent any time looking at the crypto markets, there is a lot of scams, and they're what people customarily call shit coins.
Yeah.
Right.
like Forex.
Huh? Exactly.
There you hear it, people. Take that, Ant. Exactly.
My little brother
Oh,
was like,
Exactly. Make that NFT.
no, my little brother was trying to like get us under him with Forex. And I was like, no, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we're not doing
We
that.
know
don't have
somebody
anything-
too.
Yeah, I don't have anything positive to say about that. Well, I've never seen it be successful, but I mean, I do believe in the projects like Bitcoin, Ethereum, you know.
Yeah, because that stuff seems legit.
ADA.
I'm talking about the NFTs. It's just like virtual art.
Well, it's the idea of a fungible token. So like it's just the idea that you can create something right? And then it's owned by you, your rights, and you can trade it for money, right? So it's
It's like a virtual art show.
exactly.
way?
It's like imagine you would buy a Picasso.
Yeah.
There's only one of them, right? Except that one's yours. And so if the value of it, which is all speculation, the value of that item goes up because there's demand for it, then it's now an asset class because it's increasing in value over time. So when you look at like NFTs, most of them are going to be some guy in his basement that's
drawing
making
a fucking picture of an ape,
Of a monkey with a cigarette.
a monkey with a fucking scar on his face like this and shit. Like, bro,
Yeah, I'm like,
said
are
a monkey
monkeys
with
the
a
only
cigarette.
NFTs? Like, that's the only thing I see.
monkeys and like
NFTs.
anime girls. Those are the only ones I've seen.
Oh yeah, no, there's like if you go on OpenSea, which is like where all the stuff is traded. I mean, big money's being traded, like hundreds of thousands of dollars a day in Ethereum alone, just on these things. But yeah, it's about the artists and the projects, right? And it's about hype. So like Twitter has really driven a lot of this stuff, but like Pac and there's like there's a lot of really great artists that create these NFTs, and those I think have legs.
Yeah.
I like these ideas. Like you could, these artists could make music and actually have it as a tradable token. So people buy your album and it can be traded over and over again. And you can increase the value of it, which means you're just, making money off the entire
I feel like
process.
somebody did do that.
Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made like a
I
million.
feel like he
or
did that with
something.
his
Yeah,
album.
shout out Tory Lanez, man. He didn't do it either.
But people that are progressively thinking like that, I think that's really, really cool. Because I mean, there's an opportunity right now. Everything's gonna change. Like y'all, get ready. From cars to like currency. I mean, there's a lot. coming
Yeah,
down
they
the
fucking
chute.
put the black woman on the quarter when they trying to get rid of coins. The government thinks they're fucking slick.
It's Maya Angelou, right?
Yeah, put it on the quarter. They don't even have quarters in the store no more. Where am I getting this quarter from?
Nigga like, what is that? Scan here to pay.
Exactly. Yo, and Walmart, get fucking Apple Pay. Yeah. Why doesn't Walmart have Apple Pay? I don't know if y'all shop at Walmart.
They have like Dub Pay or something.
I
weird
just
shit.
recently started shopping at Walmart. Like,
It's a fucking zoo,
Last
but
year.
they have everything, so it's only like a one-stop
well,
shop.
the one near our house is like a pretty like decent one, but
People
he-
shop
he-
at Walmart look fucking insane.
yeah, I go there like specifically for like certain items. But he likes 5 Hour Energy things.
Yeah.
And Walmart has it the cheapest, like than anyone else. So I go there specifically.
There you go.
It's specifically, not specifically.
NFT that.
Yeah, you won't
Gotta
catch me
make all
saying
these coins.
specifically. I go there for that. But over the summer, you guys know the cookies they give you on Delta, the Biscoff cookies? I
Yeah.
love those. Well,
we just have those?
Walmart had the bars, like frozen bars. So then I started going there.
With the ice cream in
ice
it or
cream in it?
something?
Yes.
They're fantastic.
But they only come 3 in a box. I'm just like, what is
They
this?
get
Let's say you didn't bring us
You
one.
eat the whole box.
Yeah, to come back.
Yeah, I should have brought you guys since there's 3 of you. But over the summer, then I saw that Costco had them. So I was good. I was buying like a big box. And then now they don't have them anymore. But Walmart still has them and they're really good. Like I could seriously eat the whole box. Like all 3, like boom, boom. I never do, but I could.
You guys prefer Costco over Sam's?
I only have a Costco. But I do trading with my dad. My dad has Sam's. So there is an oatmeal that I get that Costco doesn't have. So I'm like, Dad, when you go to Sam's, can you get me the oatmeal? And then he'll say, oh, yeah, can you get me the beef patties or whatever? Like, and we just...
Beef patties with
Yeah.
cocoa bread. Now you're talking.
I used to be a frequent Sam's Club. Then I went to Costco. Then I would do less. And they're like, sir, you're not Asian. Give me that card. And they finally caught me.
Yeah.
I haven't been back.
But yeah, I
bro, it's
was
like a
never
VIP
big on
club.
Sam's. I don't know if there was a reason. I don't know if I think there maybe just wasn't one near me, but yeah, there was no particular reason to be honest. But normally if I do need something, like over the summer, there was
Cream puffs.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch had a new cereal. It was
It
called
was a
like
churro.
No, the Apple Toast Crunch.
Oh, okay.
But I saw that it
that
was sold
churro
at
shit
Sam's.
was
So I'm like,
bad.
Dad, if you see that cereal at Sam's. But he was like, I don't see it. I don't.
Like this is an adult you? Or like 12-year-old you?
Yeah, this was like 2021 me.
Adult.
Yeah. Because, when I'm not competing, you guys have to understand when I'm preparing for a show, my diet is none of that. So a lot of times, like he'll say, okay, you're starting to obsess over food. Because I'll see stuff and it's like, oh my God, it's limited edition. So I'll buy.
Yeah, you gotta have it if it says
Yeah,
that.
limited
No,
edition. I have
but
to buy a limited edition.
You don't
I have
understand
to.
it.
Yeah.
She'll have weeks before she can eat it. And so what happens is she starts to hoard food like a chipmunk, like all of a sudden, and I'll go in my pantry and it'll be like all this weird stuff, like pumpkin flavored chips and like
Pumpkin flavor is a seasonal item.
And it's February now.
Yeah. So
here comes the rationalization.
my last show was in October and the stuff came out, but a lot of the pumpkin stuff I didn't know how long it was going to be out. So I saw like pumpkin Cheerios, pumpkin Pop-Tarts, and I would just buy it and just wait until after my competition. Now, unfortunately, sometimes I do buy stuff and it's like I never eat it.
It expires.
Like even right now, I bought red velvet Pop-Tarts. I never opened them.
Oh, those are horrible.
They are.
I tried to do
I
that.
stole one. It was good.
I was gonna ask you, did you eat any of those?
I have to.
stuff?
I have no choice. I'm the only one who puts a dent in
He'll eat
these
some of
things.
my stuff, but it just depends. Like most of my pumpkin stuff, he won't touch. Like he's
it's
just,
gross.
He's just not a pumpkin.
So
He'll eat
hate
pumpkin
pumpkin.
pie, but that's pretty much it. But like I'll buy pumpkin ginger snaps, pumpkin bread.
you're the first white person that I know that doesn't enjoy.
Like pumpkin stuff?
Yeah.
Wow. Go my people.
Yeah, he'll do pumpkin pie. And
Yo,
that's
white people
it.
love pumpkin, man.
But I'll do
all white
everything. Like
people.
I
Not
bought
all white
pumpkin
people.
bagels, I bought pumpkin butter, I bought pumpkin
Yeah.
cream
But why?
cheese.
Bro, because she's got a problem.
Because it's seasonal.
yeah,
I know
but
I
it's
can only-
seasonal.
I
Doesn't
can
mean
only-
it's
Forget
good.
seasonal. It was like May. if there's anything that says pumpkin on it, she's buying it.
But I learned some stuff I'll buy and it's like, I'm not getting this again. So it's just hit or miss. But yeah, like the pumpkin cream cheese, it's like, yeah, this wasn't the
Jesus
worst.
Christ,
but
they'll put pumpkin in
I won't
fucking
do it again.
everything.
Like 60% of what you get's horrible.
That's a bad
That's a lot
bad
of
turnover rate.
No,
60-40 is bad.
I eat
I'm
it.
clearly biased.
I eat it though. So, But sometimes stuff I'll buy just, I see it and I want it at the time. And then
So
when I can't eat it, I never even touch it.
What is the weirdest pumpkin flavored item that you have bought?
I say you like the
Maybe
sweet
I bought-
fish things, right?
What is it?
Those little sweetest fish, I think.
Yes, but they're not pumpkin.
Oh, I was gonna say, did they have
They're just
pumpkin flavor in
assorted.
that?
No, they have never seen those in pumpkin. I don't know. I mean, over the summer, I guess I bought pumpkin ginger snaps. Maybe that's the weirdest
Over the
thing.
summer.
Or when I'm in the summer. October. There's a season for it. So whatever
bought
season. I competed like October 5th, and then the pumpkin stuff was kind of coming in around that time. But I bought pumpkin Cheerios. Those were okay. The pumpkin Pop-Tarts, I probably won't do again. But I did like the pumpkin bagels. But I like the pumpkin
Pop-Tarts?
butter, the pumpkin cream cheese. I probably won't.
Pop-Tarts.
So you just up there
Pop-Tarts.
secretly
Yeah.
eating some of the shit. Like, hey, these green ones are good. She's like, green ones?
Occasionally, well, yeah, I'll just throw it away, or I'll give it to my parents. Like I'm like, hey, you know,
Let them eat the mold?
some stuff. But so like I said, oh no, I don't eat mold. I don't eat mold.
She walked right into that.
No, because I thought he said you don't eat them all.
No, I said mold.
Said mold.
No. If I need penicillin, it's gonna be a
Give it to my mom.
Yeah, no mold, but your dad will take some stuff that's your dad's notorious
Yeah,
for
I'm
being
an expired. Like, oh, it's
No,
expired.
that's
I'm
all
not.
black people.
And
Period.
my dad was like, no, just
Yeah,
just
'cause
bring
my
it over
fucking-
Send it over here.
It's
Yeah,
not
my
even
fucking
open.
aunt like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, that's me.
Like, well,
I
this
look at
expired in
everything.
June. Nah, it's still good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's OCD about it. The
I literally
minute
go through our pantry. Like the other day,
Yeah.
I'm like, babe, I found Wheat Thins in the thing, and they were like practically
Brand new
not even
box of
open.
Wheat Thins. Threw
But
it
they
away.
expired back in like
disrespectful.
June or something. I'm like, no, these are going in the trash.
Could have had some dip with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, let me tell you, my
I'll
grandmother.
buy him more Wheat Thins.
No, I'll tell you, my grandmother, like if I when I got sick and she was giving me like medicine or something, and I would look, she'd be like, "Oh, just go take some." It'd be like Tylenol, cold fluid or something. She'd be like, "Just it's something in the refrigerator." So I was looking like,
2018.
no, I'm like,
Yep.
Grandma, this expired in 2014. Why do you still have it here?
It ain't open.
She's like, it's
in
still
the
good.
fridge.
It's cold, so it's
Well,
it's
that's
all right.
it with
I'm like,
medicine.
girl,
Like I'm like,
no.
hey, this Advil it expired in 2018. He's like, it just
Same,
lessens.
same.
It just lessens it a little bit. It's still fine, and I'm just like,
Yeah, they did say it gets less potent.
yeah.
Never had an adverse reaction. I mean,
I'm like, Grandma, you trying to kill me? 2014?
Instead of taking 2, just take 4. Now you back.
Look, when I had told Rell, I was like, Leah just texted me. Like all week, I was like on edge. Like when you text me, I was like, don't tell me not coming. Don't tell me not coming. So
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
So now, so when you text me, I was like, Rell, Leah just texted me. He's like, she better not be coming out here no felines. Like, so we don't want to see no more felines.
That wasn't good.
Yeah. Listen, it was her idea. I had nothing
That
to do
was
with it.
hilarious. Like all my family.
And
had
I want you
called
guys
me.
to know that my husband does not have those felines on. He would never wear those sneakers.
Man, my
I don't
family
even know what
called me.
y'all
It's
talking
like,
She had me bring them like she
ugly
bought
shoes.
them, but when I came
this was the
on,
gift that was given as a joke. Yeah.
I mean, they
But
were
she had told
$10.
She told me
10.
how they were gonna act. Like she was like, he's gonna say, "Oh, you
shouldn't
shouldn't
have."
have." Like, and like,
Like, really, you
shouldn't
shouldn't
have.
have.
Exactly what I
And then
said.
she said with him, he was gonna. It would show on his face, and he was just like, "Is this a joke?" Like, you know.
She was spot on.
But we kept it the whole
she was spot
show.
on.
Like, yeah. I was like, my husband loves these, and they're like, well, your husband's white. Right there, I was like, wait a minute, my husband would not wear these, white or not.
He's like, your husband's white.
My baby got
Like,
no
my husband will
swag.
love these. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, he would
Those are
not
fucking
wear
bad.
those at all.
I said, they still
Maybe to
sitting
take
over
out
there
the
at that
trash.
door.
Yeah, she didn't even return them yet.
Really?
Yeah, they still over there. Because one of my coworkers said that she would buy them from me because her family wanted them.
No, that's crazy.
After
All
we
of
just
them?
dogged them all out.
There's demand for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wear 'em.
Probably gonna
But
pay
see,
the
I
house or
just
something.
said, I asked my mom, I was like, which one of your uncles, I said, which one of our uncles wear this size? Because I've been giving these shoes that were just $10.
Yeah.
And she was like, well,
Going
I don't know,
on
I
into
gotta
that
figure
game,
it out. Uncle Frankie, Uncle Frankie, his feet ain't that big. But if I gave them to him, he'd be like, oh, thank you, Nietzsche. Like,
Yeah,
"You're
somebody
welcome."
will wear them.
See, back in '89, I had these, but they were the gun bottom.
Yeah, keep those where they are. So I guess one more. I don't know if you got any more questions for him before we move on to some of the topics. Can you name like any celebrities that you've worked with or serviced or started to build relationships with?
I mean, myself, not. I mean,
Oh, so you necessarily don't see them. It's just people that have come in.
if I have to see them, there's a problem,
Oh,
Yeah.
right? Because that means that like most of the stuff that I deal with is the problems
Just-
that they can't solve.
right.
So I mean, everybody I've dealt with has been great, but no, I haven't cultivated any like amazing relationship with a celebrity like. Getting a fruit basket on you. Like,
I mean, there's one person.
who?
And we can't
Remember when we
say.
went to the movies?
Oh, you're talking about? Yeah. Well, yeah, but like Big is
You're not really friends.
he's a really really good dude.
Yeah.
I still don't think he'd pick me out of a crowd.
When someone says, hey, Max, come on.
Yeah.
Okay. Call him his first name.
Yeah,
But his assistant is awesome. Yeah. So like,
So you deal with mostly assistants.
yeah, most of the time. Cool. Yeah, I know all them. Like Kareem, he does all Tyler Perry's cars. He's awesome. Guy's great. I mean, like imagine working with Tyler Perry.
Have you
know what I
done
mean?
any Shaq's cars?
No comment. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. It's been a while.
Are they like custom to fit him?
Oh no. Nothing is custom to fit that man.
Have
Have you ever seen him in real life?
No, I can't
Like-
wait to meet him.
like-
He's one person I really want to meet.
Yeah, I would love to see him in real
Yeah, I
life.
mean, his hands will like wrap around your arm, like he's a
I said I met Matumbo, and
no. Yeah,
Right, I say I like really like when I took a picture with him, I literally was at his
yeah.
hip.
He would come to BMW too.
Literally.
He's a really nice guy.
He has a Rolls, though, I think.
Huh?
He has a
Yeah.
Rolls.
I think
Because
so.
I used to run at a school, and I think his kid must have gone in that school. Because like I saw him pull up one day, and I was like, "Is that?" And then he got the car, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's him." And
Yeah,
then I heard
his
the
son
voice.
was like taller than me, and his son was like 12 years old. I was like, yo, what's happening here?
Yeah.
But Tumbo sounds like he needs a throat lozenge though.
That's permanent. But you know,
Oh,
he's
it
got,
is?
you know,
Ah.
it's trademark.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
that's how he talk for
Yeah, that's
real
how he
life.
talks.
Yeah, that's his voice like all the time.
Wow, that sucks.
Do you own any of those cars or plan on getting any?
What's that?
Do you own any of the cars or plan on getting any? Like anything you sell or service? Whatever?
I mean, I would say that like I would love if I was ever affluent enough to get a Rolls, sure.
Which one though? The Wraith or like the Cullinan? Or?
Yeah, man, I'm really sad that the Wraith is over.
Yeah,
That's
it's
my
over.
favorite.
That's the one
I
that
like
got
the
the
Cullinan
stars
'cause I
in
like
it.
the
Our
truck.
favorite.
Yeah.
I like the Cullinan too.
The
though.
Cullinan is it's an amazing truck, guys, but it's huge.
Is it
Like
really?
drive it. The hood is like from here to the end of that table. You know, parking those things can be a bear. You know.
I feel like some of those cars, though, period. I'm trying to think of
Yes,
what I drove.
they all are, and that's why I said like Goldilocks, like the Wraith and the Dawn. Dawn is basically just the convertible version of the Wraith. That's the 2-door one, the suicide doors that
Yeah.
open. Perfect size, right? You can whip it into a parking spot. You don't have to, worry.
But the Cullinan is kind of like a hearse.
Cullinans, the
It's
Phantoms,
like a fucking expensive ass hearse.
those Phantoms are long, man. I mean, it does. You have to see it in real life. It doesn't do it justice. They're huge
Yeah.
cars. They're huge cars. And then, you have the opposite side. You get these sports cars. They're super cool. They're really fast.
Oh, but
but
they're
you
fucking
scrape the
small,
front
yeah.
everywhere.
and that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, just say like a driveway like mine. Like, how do those cars get up there? If they don't.
It's horrible. Most of them have nose lift, but even though you're only going to get a few inches, and so like our driveway, we've got a really steep driveway. I mean, you're going to scratch it.
Even mine, like it was just a little slight incline.
No, yours wasn't bad.
Oh.
I'm sure
Now I can get.
you can always come at it at an angle too. You know what I mean? But that's the least of your worries. The roads in Atlanta aren't exactly known to be nice. Like
Yeah.
At
I
all.
mean, there's potholes and those metal
Everywhere.
grates. they
And
put
I
in the
drive at
road.
night, so I don't see any of it.
Yeah.
I just hit them all.
Right. I was on the phone with him one day when I was working like on Northside Drive, and I was on my break, and I was talking to him, and I heard this boom boom. It was like, "What? Who did you hit?" I was like, "This
You
goddamn pothole."
can hear every pothole in her car.
every pothole because it's so low to the ground.
Yep.
No,
So,
it's
like,
because you're not
everything.
looking at the ground.
And you have them run flat tires, so you have like
Yes.
no like bounce. Like those things are rigid.
Yeah, I'm like,
I just learned about those recently. I don't know much about cars.
I got another question. Can anybody come in and test drive a
No.
foreign car?
so that's
No,
so
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Because I
Is it
mean,
like a
that's a
fucking,
common question, man.
is it like
Lots
a-
of people.
You got to sign like a waiver if you do or something.
No,
like
you
that?
got to prove that you can buy it.
Oh shit!
You got to understand, like it's not like McLaren owns the car. We buy the car from them, so it's our property,
Oh, okay. I
right?
got you.
And
Yeah.
and miles matter, right?
Yeah.
Like when you're in that game,
Yeah.
100 miles in a Lamborghini is a lot. Like it matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you can't just go like driving
it,
the cars
yeah.
all around. And then even if you do, you run the risk of accidents, somebody kicking
Scratching
a
it,
rock up
yeah.
and cracking a windshield. Well, now you got a brand new car that has to be devalued because it needs a new windshield. And who wants to buy a brand new
Windshield.
$250,000 car that has a windshield that was just replaced, or the front bumper's has to be painted because, you got too squirrely with it and you picked up some rocks, it's
I think
so-
just sitting in one would be all right with me.
yeah. And that we
I
can
don't
do.
have to drive it.
Yeah, that's totally doable.
I found this thing on Groupon where you could test drive one.
Yeah, there used to be a place off
It's like,
of
a little racetrack. It's like
off of-
$125 to get to test drive it for
Yeah.
like 30 minutes or something.
like AMP or something.
Something
AMP?
like that. I gotta double check.
there's a place in Midtown. Well, I don't know if it's still there, but they had like a luxury rental place.
Yeah, dude, that's huge. Like even clients of ours, like that's a big thing. Like lots of these people rent them out. They make good money on it too. Whether it's Toro or whatever.
I was gonna say last year when the PPP thing was going on, everybody had
Well,
one.
everybody had the
Yeah.
fucking G-Wagon.
Yeah.
The Cullinan. Yeah, everybody had that shit.
So I guess let's get into some of these topics to see how funny Max is. So since we were talking about food earlier, if any of you guys had Fumanda cheese?
Fumanda Cheese?
Fumanda cheese.
No, I haven't.
So basically it's cheese from under these nuts. I'm just kidding.
I definitely have not.
My mind went straight to the tape.
I didn't.
Nah, man. Next topic, man.
Yeah, next time. I just wanted to fuck with you guys.
Fumanda Cheese.
Yeah, Fumanda Cheese. Anyway, so yeah. He thinks it's funny. He gonna use that. Hey, mom, guess what? You ever heard? Nah, it don't work like that. So,
No, not.
yeah, let's get into
From
some of
under
these.
these
So you had a topic up here. I just want to know what this was about.
Jesus fuck.
What?
You had a topic that says Rell being real.
Because, okay, so when I came home the other day, I had a really long day. And when we went up, and I went upstairs.
Fumanda Cheese. He's still laughing at it.
No, but like when I went upstairs and we were talking, even though like you said my breath was stinking, I really enjoyed you talking.
So let's
to
get
me.
into that. Let's get into that. You know, being married.
Obviously, you guys are very close.
Yeah, I was gonna say being married.
No,
You have.
I had such a bad day. He just don't know. Like I didn't tell him I had a bad day, but he didn't like. He had me laughing
You
the
had a
whole
bad
night.
day and your
Like,
breath stink.
Bad breath too. Bad day, bad breath. So being that you guys are married and you ever, pretty sure you deal with morning breath and stuff like that. How do you guys? I always thought that when I get married, I'm not gonna be like the morning breath type person.
We haven't dealt with that. Well, number one, we kind of wake up at 2 different times.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like, hey, are you getting up? Or,
They're like, damn, if you want me to get it,
like my
You
alarm
have to
goes
yell.
off, I get up, he kind of stays sleeping for a little bit longer. So yeah, there is no morning.
it's
Right.
there, it's just not there.
Yeah, like we don't
It's
speak.
there. It's just, yeah, exactly.
And he's also not a morning person.
Yeah.
So I don't even speak to him in the morning unless he speaks to me. It's kind of like,
I always thought that was weird. Anyway, you watch like TV shows or movies
And
or
they're
whatever,
just-
and they wake up in the morning. It's the two main characters,
just
and they're
right
in love,
there.
and they're like in each other's faces and
John.
talking, and
Right.
yeah, that ain't real.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Good morning.
but no, that's not us.
work this thing out.
He normally needs like coffee and like for me, I wake up and it's like, like I'm pretty much like that all the time. But he's
Does
not.
that get exhausting being like that?
No, like that's just who I
Being
am.
chipper?
Like he can tell you that I'm pretty
I'm
much
not
like this
gonna
all
lie,
the time.
like, if I didn't like you as a person, I would think you were annoying.
No,
'Cause that
everybody,
could be
everybody,
Annoying.
everybody
Yeah.
loves me. So
You are
no.
Liz happy.
No, you're a great person.
She's
I'm just
kind of like
saying,
Cassidy.
No, like for me, I always, and even with him, like when we talk about stuff, like for instance, my coach, she was asking me the other day, because I was like holding weight, and she was like, well, are you stressed? And I was like, no, I'm never stressed, like never. I was like, I don't have a stressful
I'm never stressed.
job. I don't have a stressful life. Like I
Like
don't.
you get mad about things, but you don't let it bother you, and then you just kind of go on with.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm kind of like a teapot. Like
Short
even if
and
I'm
stout.
upset about something, I kind of hold it in and hold it in and hold it in, and then after a while, it's like, like if I ask him to do
You
something,
didn't even catch that, did you?
what did you say? No, I
Said
didn't.
I'm like a teapot. I said
It's the
short and stout.
No,
It's running.
I'm not short and stout. No, I just like, after a while. But no, I'm seriously like, shit, like nothing, stuff bothers me and stuff, but I'm
But
not.
you don't let it get to you.
Yeah,
Same.
not in that way. But
You
I'm
don't
not
have,
like
like-
stressed. Like I said, I don't have like a tough life. I sleep. I could go to sleep right now. You turn off you don't even have to turn off the lights, and I could sleep 2 minutes, and I sleep fine. I don't have any,
I think that's my problem. Why I can't sleep at night, because I'm always trying to brainstorm.
Yeah, I know people who can't sleep at night. And they're like, I just can't turn my brain off. Yeah, that's no.
That's me. Lately.
When I clock out of work, I don't think about that. I may talk with him about something stupid that happened, but I don't like, oh my God, I can't sleep because this customer, or like, yeah, no.
Are you guys in your dream like position, or is there something else you would want to do, like whether it's in your field or something else that you would want to invest in, or even if it's not working where you are, is there something else y'all want to be doing?
That's a really good question.
I mean, there are things I would like to have, like, oh, I would love to buy some land one day and stuff. But as far as like
being in real estate, or just buy land to
buy land, like to build on, like later
For
down
yourself?
the line. Yes, like
Okay.
for me and him, like, to build our like dream home or something. But as far as career, it's like, I was even just telling him this earlier today. It's like, I have a job. Like, I don't look at my job as a career. Like it's my job. I'm older, so it's just kind of like, it pays the bills. I'm happy with it. Cool. If I'm currently in school. If I happen to use my degree to move up some, great. If not, I'm cool with it. But I'm not like, you know what? I want to be the CEO of the company. Like, Yeah, I don't care.
I'm kind of rare in the same way. Like I don't come from much, and so for me, it's like I'm grateful for everything that I've been lucky enough to have, I'll tell you, man. Like I've been able to be surrounded by some amazing people, like smart, witty, like fun people. I've built some.
I was about to say that's just her.
So I'm really thankful, but I try to stick to the old adage, like never compare yourself to somebody else today. Only compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Mm-hmm. So like I always try to improve on myself, but openly, right? Because I don't want to take anything for granted. Because tomorrow could just be taken away, right? It's like the problem that I have is that I notice a lot of people, they constantly it's like they're reaching out for this thing that they want to get to, but they never really get to it because as they approach it, it just moves further away. And the problem with that is you never find happiness, right? Because the world doesn't make you happy. It's your appraisal of the world that makes you happy. Mm-hmm. So you have to sometimes check yourself and really just live in the moment and enjoy what you got. You guys got a dope place here. You got, you got a lot of stuff going for you. Just try to find some thankfulness for that. I mean, I was blessed with an amazing woman. I don't know why she puts up with me.
Oh,
but she
why?
does.
But as everybody can see, because the last time I was on off camera, we talked about Max, and I was like, oh my God, my husband, he's a great guy. Everybody loves him. And as you guys can see, just, he's super smart, big heart, one of the most generous people I've ever met. So, I'm equally that's my husband, So
I got one question.
Question?
When you guys first started dating,
She said no.
No.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say?
How many stories did you laugh at that weren't really funny that she told?
How many stories did I laugh at?
Yeah, like the fake
I got
laugh.
a most entertaining award at
Yeah,
work.
she's a class clown, man. She actually had me cracking up.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
There is not anyone, and you guys can comment, anyone that has ever worked with me, or even anyone from school, no one can say that I'm not funny. You just can't. You can't. I do imitations of people. I do voice.
Do you
literally,
do that a
at
lot?
work,
What?
they gave me.
Do you do that a lot? Do you like
if she's
fake
fine
laugh
enough,
at chicks?
yeah.
Damn, you having
Yeah,
fake orgasms
he
with
would-
people?
It's a different tax bracket kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a different tax bracket.
Yeah, we gonna laugh at
I'm on a
everything.
roll.
She'll be naked in a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But no, I've always been silly.
Hey, I gotta get it how I gotta get it.
Yeah. Gotta laugh
I've
at some
always
of
been
them.
silly, and before me and him dated, I worked with him, so he kind of knew my personality just from work. Everyone knows how silly and whatever.
Yeah,
so
I've been meeting these chicks over the internet, so they really don't be.
yeah,
It's not
no,
the same.
he
Yeah,
knew me
it
in
don't be hitting the
person
same.
Not the same.
from work,
Yeah, it
so
don't be hitting
he
the
knew
same.
my personality and stuff. I'm sure now because I do stuff now, even with our dogs, I do stuff with him, and I'm sometimes I'll say babe, did you ever think when you liked me this would be our life? Because I act like my little dog Zuka's a human, and he falls for it every time. But I'll text him at work and I'll say, babe, do you think you can get off work early today? And he's like, yeah, sure. What's up? And I'm like, Zuka's got to play at school. I mean, we don't have children, so it's just to me, that's what parents would go through. It's just what? And he's like, Aaliyah,
Why am I here?
she's a dog. And I'm like, Zuka speaks Mandarin. She speaks French. I act like she's a little person, but she's not. I'll text him during the day, like when I'm out shopping or something. I'm like, has Zuka asked where I was? And he's like, she doesn't give a damn about you. And I'm like, yes, she does. But yeah, I just constantly mess with him. I mean,
We have good witty banter.
yeah.
I think you need that.
Yeah,
in a
you
relationship,
do.
you got to keep it light.
Yeah,
You know.
the women I like.
And we kind of have the same sense of humor. We both kind of have dark humor.
Well,
Yeah.
this is the thing, right? Women today, they don't have to have personality
Oh, let's get into it.
to have
Here we are.
to have
Right.
a fucking relationship. They just gotta look good. So it's when I come with, because
Well, it depends.
I'm not the real personality guy, but I got a good personality. So when I come with personality, you just sitting there telling me a lame ass story. I'm just like, well,
Well, you need to just find somebody
Keep
that's
you
kind
around.
of like you. like me and him, we have a lot of things that we're like, you know, like I said, we both have like dark humor, like things that are kind of like, hey, that was kind of insensitive. Me and him may laugh at.
Yeah.
But
That's him all day.
Yeah, because I told this really funny joke that I thought was funny.
Went over like, yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
yeah, that's me. That's me and him. Like we could say
Yeah, it was
stuff
bad.
and laugh, but we have that. But we're like a good opposite.
Oh no, you're good. I got next, basically. Go ahead. That's what this hand is. I
We
got next.
balance each other out good. Like I'm kind of the loud, outspoken. He's not so much that all the time,
Yeah.
you know.
So you
we
kind of
have
be
our
the
little
same
things.
and opposite at the same time. It's got to be a
Yes.
healthy balance.
See, my brother, what you have to do,
Yeah. Speak to me, bruv.
you have to uncheck Hispanic women on Tinder, and you'll find a lot more in your.
I'm not
you know-
on Tinder.
I'm just fucking with you.
So Max, what did you say to be like, man, she's so fine, I gotta make her mine? Like what what made you do that?
I mean, she turned me down. How many times? A couple times.
No,
She turned me down a couple
that's
times.
not
When-
true.
when you
It
guys
was-
No,
meet?
Max had sent me flowers at work
Swag.
when I
I said he
figured
was in the
out
back.
Yeah,
when
swag.
I figured out who they were from. I called him and I was like, "Oh my god, thank you for the flowers." And he was like, "Oh, you gotta let me take you to dinner."
Swag.
And I was like, "No, that's okay. Like you've already done enough." But honestly, I only said no because I had dated someone at work in the past, and it was like I didn't want to go down that road again with like a coworker. So that was really my only reason for saying no. But then he kind of like no, you gotta let me in. So I was kind of like, okay. And then we literally have been together ever since.
So like were your
That day.
flowers from like what did they look like Publix flowers or were they like from a florist?
No,
That time they were like orchids. I've done much
they
better.
were orchids, and they came in a
Yeah,
box. Which
talk your shit, Max.
they came in a box, which now he doesn't do that. Like I get beautiful flowers in a vase, but at the time they were like I think just from like 1-800 flowers, but he didn't know.
Yeah.
You know.
And
My
I didn't know if
thing-
it was going to work, man. This was budget.
So let me ask you two a question, being that y'all are women. What do flowers?
Me.
No.
I'm the woman.
What do
on my check.
flowers really smell like to y'all?
Boo boo.
Do you want my honest opinion?
Honest
Well,
opinion.
It depends because some flowers have different smells. There are some flowers he'll get me. I think they're some kind of lily. Those have a smell. Like people used to walk up. There was a guy that I work with, and he would come to my office and he said, "Oh, I love the way it smelled." They had a smell, but some flowers don't smell that way. So I don't know. But I have always said, and this is okay. And my mom thinks it's something in my brain that I associate from a child. But whenever I smell flowers, I think of death. Like I think of a funeral or a wake.
Wow.
That smell.
That dark
I
humor.
know.
That got dark.
My mom thinks like it. Maybe there was something as a kid where I went to someone's wake or funeral and I smell that, and somehow when I smell flowers, that's
Like me and Beethoven.
yeah. I guess.
Yeah, I
But
don't.
I still like them. I just when I smell them, I think of a funeral.
She's up there
or-
like, they're beautiful. But
Yeah,
you're
I
not
don't-
crying because you're happy.
I don't think it's the smell to them though. Like she wouldn't want me to send her flowers at home.
He says that. I don't know who told him that.
You.
That's not true.
It's like,
she
wait,
likes
it's
when I
you.
send them at work, right? Get attention.
want everybody to
like,
see.
yeah,
Yeah,
everybody else
yeah.
sees.
I mean,
she's just like, my man.
Max
send
could
me
send
flowers.
me Max,
Okay.
because now I've been working from home, so he hasn't sent me flowers. But no, I do still like. You could still send.
One time I sent you flowers at home and you were like, babe, you were real nice about it, but you're like, babe, don't send them at home. And so now then I only ever send them to work.
I don't remember the reason why though.
Cause
But honestly, I would love flowers on our table. I see flowers like all the time when Costco has really pretty flowers and they're like really reasonable.
this is
We're not gonna fight over flowers.
trust me.
But no, sometimes I want to just buy flowers for the house just because they have really pretty flowers there. So no, I mean, if he sent flowers to the house, it would be fine. But I don't know why. I don't remember that, but I don't know why. I feel like maybe there was a reason. But one time I got flowers like really late. I think the florists, and it was just like, why did you like? I think maybe it was the day after Valentine's. Like maybe there was an accident. I don't remember. But no,
It was
you
the
can
day
send-
of, but it came at like the end of the day. Like it was like dark out. And that wasn't my fault. I ordered them shits a week
Yeah.
before.
So
Like,
I
they
don't
just,
know. I guess, guys, we'll see if I get flowers this year.
You're gonna be driving
She works from
home.
home. That's why she's so the answers.
You're gonna be driving home tonight. Like you told him I gave you. You know damn well you didn't give me.
But he has sent me flowers for, they say give people flowers while they're alive. I have had plenty.
So what do you do with them? Do you actually keep up with them or you save them?
No, they're in the trash. I do still have the very.
They're in the trash.
You are the most.
I'm not gonna keep them.
Trash.
I'm not gonna keep them, but
that
I
was
do
harsh and polite at the
have.
same time.
I don't have the orchids from that Valentine's, but I have the very first flowers he ever sent me ever. I still have them,
And you have our wedding flowers.
and I have the wedding flowers
cute.
She like hung those upside down.
How
so they
long do you keep flowers?
until they like start smelling, or if they're like wilted, So
First
I try
sign
to
of
keep-
death.
Yeah,
I like dead
depends.
flowers.
Sometimes you could pick out some of the bad ones and they're still pretty, but once they lose that, or the water starts changing color,
Oh my God.
then
This girl, she had flowers so long. I come in like, why you got like incense in a vase? She's like, oh, those aren't incense, those dead flowers. The water brown.
But now, like when somebody gives me like really nice flowers or something, I'll just give them to my grandmother because she loves
She
flowers.
said that, but
I know
those
I'm
flowers
not gonna
had
take-
mold on them, thorns, all type of shit.
Okay, so the last
ecosystem.
so the last flowers that I got, they were from an actual florist, and I've never got flowers from a florist. Like they always came from Publix or Kroger's, the trash ones. But these were so pretty.
Whoa.
No, those are trash
Nope.
compared to the ones that I had. Man,
what were trash?
Publix.
yeah,
You gotta
Publix,
find the
Kroger's.
right
Not
lady.
disrespect. Hey, my mom works at Publix. Y'all flowers are great.
Anywho,
Shout out to Publix.
But at Nini's Garden, I'm gonna just say, which anytime I ever get flowers, that's where Max has gotten them from, and their flowers are beautiful,
Amazing.
yeah, I said, I
Even the
don't
way that
know.
they put them in the vase, like she
Yeah.
will sometimes tape them so that the flowers like lay a certain way. She'll tape them to the vase.
Oh, she's
like,
a florist.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
and I had her do my wedding flowers. Like, I was just like, I have no choice. But they do an awesome job. Nicest people, very nice company. And literally, Max has gotten flowers from them since 2010.
Yeah.
Were you into bodybuilding when you got married?
No.
Oh.
We got married in 2012. I didn't start
That's a
until
new hobby.
2015.
Would it be like a fear, or not necessarily a fear? Just say, if she had started before and you're getting married, she's coming down the aisle and she's like buff as hell, like.
We've talked about this from time to time. I don't know that we would have ended up where we're at if she was bodybuilding at that time.
Really?
Yeah, because all that fucking broccoli you gotta smell.
Well, no.
it's not
It's
that.
just I'm a very traditional man. I like fit, feminine, submissive women, and so like she was all of those things. But bodybuilding is a very masculine
Yeah.
Well,
process.
it depends on because she does bikini. So bikini and bodybuilding and figure, it's all different. So bikini is more of the feminine, and then you got
And I think
figure.
that's a
is-
cop out. Have you seen the pictures? them
But he
chicks are
thinks
like
I'm like jacked, and I'm
brawling.
not.
Come on, man.
No, I say now if she was doing figure bodybuilding, then okay, I agree with you. But bikini, no, I did bikini. It's real
But
feminine.
I think again, like you're creating levels as a rationalization for the sport because y'all speak that language. But if I compare my wife to just some regular girl that doesn't speak that language and doesn't work out at all, there's a vast difference, right?
Yeah, it's true.
But the fish 7 times a day, and I mean she goes hard. Like
It is not 7 times.
my hat goes off to her. Like it's impressive. I could never do it.
I was about to say,
He
you're not
could
into it.
do
though.
it. He could. He doesn't want to.
No, I like being happy.
Like to eat the food and smell it, like not just smell it.
Right. But he could do it. Like if I said, hey, you need to get in the best shape of your life in 10 weeks and this is what it takes. And he could do it. But he, in his mind, it's just kind of like, why should I put myself through this? Which I get. That's.
So you go to the gym, just not to the extreme.
Well, I believe like it's a necessity for all of us, especially men, to have ritual discomfort. Like I think that you have to push yourself at least multiple times a week in order to constantly be in a mode of momentum. right? Because like if you think about any change that you make in your life, any problem that you overcome, you don't do it by being complacent and sitting. You have to do the work. You have to take the first step. And so like there's something to be said about like working out, or if you play basketball with
Gotta
your
get
boys,
a little sore
or
sometimes.
like whatever it is, just do something that is like uncomfortable, right? And then I think it adds a certain level of balance to your life. So I do it just to be healthy. Like I like to, go lift heavy stuff and put it back down and pick it back up. And
So you go from
I like to shoot stuff. I like to,
so you go from 5 reps to 5 guys.
no, dude. During the week, it's no
He still-
carbs.
during the week,
Yeah.
he eats like I make his lunch.
I cheat
So
on Fridays.
I meal prep for him and myself. So
Except I don't eat her food.
See, that's why I need
Yeah.
a good woman, man.
So I make my food and then I make his food, which is not the same food as my food.
you
But
got
his food,
7
I
trays, he has 3.
measure it. It's weighed. It's
Yeah, I like beef and bison and like big animals.
But he
and
just
shit.
does like vegetables and protein, and that's during the week. And then
and some fruit.
on the weekend, he kind of just does whatever. And I'll ask him like, do you want me to make you something or whatever? But
He's
that's
like, no, I got these moldy pumpkin spice. Fucking September of last year.
That's what happens.
I got these
no.
weekdays.
I'll normally make him whatever he wants.
Yeah, no, she.
When I'm in prep, because I can't eat what he eats.
Yeah, I don't know how to get that like out to this generation because I know you guys are younger than us, but like there is nothing more valuable. Like I can't, words can't express how much I appreciate. I will come home from a long day of work. I hit the gym. I come home, and this lady every single day will say, "Are you ready?" And I'll go, "Yeah." And she'll cook me up bacon and eggs, and she'll put it in a bowl, and she'll come and she'll
That's
hand
what
it
he
to me
wants,
on
though.
the couch.
Don't think I just like I want to see
yeah,
eat
we
bacon and
get
eggs. But
No,
that's
but
what he wants.
it's a beautiful thing. Like
Commercial, it's bacon! It's a bowl of bacon.
Yeah. But no, I'm a very catering. We work, I think, good together in that way. I cook, I clean, I do his laundry. I have some OCD things, so yes, he's capable of doing it, but I'm like, I don't want you to do
I'm
it.
not allowed.
Like his closet, I fold all of his t-shirts. They're all rainbow color ordered. They're
Then I fuck them up.
I go to his closet. I'm just like,
Fucking meat as hell.
It needs some chaos.
yeah.
So where
we
do
need to
you
balance.
find the balance with being submissive and being assertive?
She brings a lot of like peace to the house. Like she holds the house together. I mean, that's most of her submissiveness. But
Yeah.
Because I think
I'm a little of both. It's like, yeah, I listen to him. I ask him for advice. I take his advice, whatever. But I'm still like my own person.
Yeah.
Like we'll have debates about stuff, and it's not even an argument. It's just sometimes we don't see eye to eye on things, and we'll talk about it and whatever. And it's just kind
which
of
is
like,
okay because you're human. But
yeah, but it's
But
kind of like, hey, you've got your opinion, I have mine, and whatever. But we don't.
you always got to be able to agree to disagree, right? You got to realize that like there's a reason we got into this together. So if we can get into this together, we can get to this point all the way down the road.
Yeah.
Clearly, I give a shit about you and your, so if we don't see eye to eye on something, we have awesome debates. There's some nights we'll stay up till 1 a.m. arguing about, like something silly, but it's fun, but you can always agree to disagree. But so many people nowadays, they just take stuff too serious, and it's just
Yeah,
like,
everybody-
Yeah,
I
it's very
can't deal
sensitive.
with you anymore because you don't believe in this one
Because
little
you're
thing.
toxic.
Exactly, like something like that. But
Normally we disagree. We have disagreements about men and women.
yeah,
Like
lot.
I'll say, like, for instance, one of my friends today was like, hey, I'm going to go roller skating tonight because I went like last week for someone's birthday, but they were going, and I ran into them and
as
they
a
were
grown
going,
person?
huh?
As a grown
Yes.
person?
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
We
Thank
went
you.
to the trampoline
See,
park.
that's
weird.
See, maybe it's
No,
a man.
I'm not
Maybe
putting
it's a
on roller
man
skates,
I
thing.
felt so bad that
See?
night, but I could. But
She
in
just
my
got off
uniform,
work, so that's why she didn't
no,
go.
it was not.
But he
gonna
was
do
like,
that.
you guys want to go to roller skating ring, like to like pick up guys, and it's just like,
I didn't say to pick up guys. I said she's been in a relationship for X amount of years. Is her boyfriend going? No.
I said,
So I said
probably
red
not.
flag.
Yeah, and it's like, no, maybe he doesn't want to go.
If you're in a committed relationship, I don't see why a woman should be in a club or out like we all know what goes down there. It's
In the club?
in clubs, in
I mean,
bars.
skating ring is kind of
That
different.
I agree.
dog.
With. Skating ring is
Skating
different
ring
because
is just-
I don't know.
yeah.
They have like adult nights and all type of shit.
Yeah.
I said
I
if
didn't
it's
see any
Wednesday,
kids.
if it's Wednesday,
Yeah, after certain hours they cut out the
They
kids.
have they have like when we went skating last week, they have like a daytime hours, and then it closes down for like a couple hours, and then it opens back up at like 7 or 8 at night.
All right,
So yeah,
okay.
that's probably why they're
So check it out. So you go there and you see these dudes, and they have like synchronized dances.
Yeah,
like
they're
4
fucking-
dudes.
they're fucking in and
They're
out.
like,
They're doing
bro,
the
they're like
fucking
doing all
ATL
this shit, right?
shit,
You
yeah.
think them motherfuckers do that shit all day long practicing to go to that place if it ain't for pussy?
Oh, they want some ass.
Like, let's
want some ass.
just be real here. Like,
But-
nobody puts that
I'm
much
not
energy
saying-
into being good at skating if
At the
they ain't
same
getting no
time,
booty.
how many girls are gonna
saying that
give it to
they're
them?
not
Because
trying
This is
to-
what I've been waiting for.
I'm saying that, like, he was saying, like, my friend, and it was just like, no, she's going there to skate. Like, she has skates, she's going there to skate. And even when
Wait, she has.
Yes.
she has skates, her own skates. Like, she
You
didn't
don't think
rent them.
that's weird though?
I have
No,
my own
some people
skates.
like to skate.
yeah, she got boxing
I
gloves,
love
skates,
skates.
you know,
But why?
Boxing gloves, all the above.
Like you're grown.
roll bounce feet.
I like to skate.
You
Roll
can't
bounce.
skate like I've passed a certain age. Like I know Legos
can't.
on the box it says like
15.
0 to
It's
99, so you can't play Legos after 99. Just so you know, the box says to 99. You can't play once you're 100. But I didn't know with skates there's an age. But honestly, for me, even when I went last week, I was starting to get like sweaty. And I was like, oh, this is like
skating's
good.
like
They say it's good
cardio.
cardio.
Yeah, it is.
And someone said, oh, if you skate for 2
99.
hours, you could burn 1,200 calories. So for me, I'm kind of like,
I'm not
Are
buying
you guys
it.
buying it?
Yeah, I'm not buying
Because
it.
here's my thing. Like,
Lord.
no. Think simpler. So if I like skating,
Yeah.
right? I enjoy skating. I bought my own skates. So why not go out at 12 o'clock to the park and skate fucking alone? Why you got to go to a place and listen to a bunch of loud ass music with a bunch of dudes?
And skate in a circle. That's the weird part to
It's a
me.
social
It's
thing.
great
I'm trying to say
skate.
it's a social thing, but women like nowadays, y'all are just like new to the whole
I
thing.
guess
Like,
we need to
nah,
find a ladies' night when they skate then.
I said if you
that's even worse. Now, because you know the men's is coming out of ladies' night. It's called ladies' night.
Even when I went skating last Sunday, they were like, all the men clear the floor, and it was just the ladies skating.
I love these discussions that we have. 'cause
But
it's
these
like,
are the things that we have because
Yeah.
you can't speak to me without being interested. And I'm like, everyone that says something to me is not. Someone could say, "Hey, are those Tory Burches? I like those," and it's like, "Yeah, they want to fuck you," and it's just like, "No, they
Yeah, because
don't."
how do you know? How do you know that?
listen, if the man went out of his way to say,
Are those Tory Burches though?
Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
He knows Tory Burches just like the next
So
man.
for a man to ask you that about
Yeah,
the
but
shoes,
maybe
he knew that what
maybe
they
he
were.
buys
He knew what they
them
were.
for
Yeah.
his wife.
And
Like,
he knows for a reason.
yes, but my
he
point,
knows what the shoes are.
my
though.
point is intention, right?
Yeah.
Everything that you do has some level of value-based intention. So if I take time out of my day to walk up to a woman to say, "Wow, those are pretty amazing shoes," that says something. I'm
Says I noticed your
But-
titties first, but the shoes is what I'm gonna speak on. You got nice titties, by the way.
just saying.
Yeah, but those shoes.
Yeah. Hey, those are great shoes. Like who cares? It's
yeah,
just
I
a
think-
compliment.
yeah,
If I saw him out and I love camouflage, and I said, "Oh my god, I love your hoodie." That's it.
Nah,
I just
I,
think
would,
that-
I would definitely think you're on my body.
Are you kidding?
Well, yeah, because
So shoe
it's just a
compliments
fucking-
equals I want you.
See, I feel that
You guys
and
are
again,
the same, I guess.
I feel like men are
The wink.
men are incapable of having platonic relationships with women. I don't buy it. I think any dude who's a friend with a girl is a beta bitch, and he's just sitting in the pocket, hoping
Are we bitches?
one day.
Yeah, they live together.
We live
Yeah, I know.
together.
That don't mean that if one day she was like, yo, I just need to get my rocks off. Can you let me up? My man over here would say, I got you. I mean, it's true.
But if you, just say if you got the rocks off and then it still didn't go anywhere, or you didn't try to go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not talking about anything beyond that. I'm just saying, like, if
the-
she came to you and said, yo,
I can't really say that.
He would be like, "What the f
Yeah, I
is wrong
can't-
with you,
Cap.
little one?"
he's laying pipe. And it's okay. It's how we're built as men.
I can't honestly say that. Like I know her family, everything.
I know.
So it's weird to
Well,
me.
it's weird because she's sitting right there. Now, if the three of us were chilling and they weren't in the room, I feel like it would be a different discussion.
I don't know. if it wasn't her, like, just say I have a lot of female friends. If it was one that I'm not as close with, maybe. But like for me to say that about her, I can't lie. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird.
Still think you'd do it. You may be rocking and going, this is weird. Hey, wait a minute. Just grab a hold.
Oh God, you're crazy. He's crazy. This is what I deal with.
Yeah, I stick to my guns. I don't know.
It's a hell of a life, man.
She was like, yo. That's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
But I think it's funny because I think a lot of women friend zone men, right? And then they're always bitching because they can't find a good man. And most of the time, the best men for them are the ones in their friend zone.
And I always tell her, like, I kind of learned from my mom. My mom had a lot of, male friends. My dad hated it, but, my mom did. But I just didn't think my mom was out here sucking out, dicks and shit.
My mom's a barber, so she don't deal with nothing but men. So, it's natural for me to just be cool with, with men. Like, I haven't really had female friends like them.
I wouldn't want to do my barber, though.
Yeah. Again,
I know that, but I'm just saying, like my mom, like, it's been men all the time because she's a barber.
Yeah, her and I talk about this all the time. I believe you. I believe that women are capable of being completely platonic with men and having no feelings.
But just not vice versa.
Not vice versa. Well, because attraction's not symmetrical. It's asymmetrical. The things that women look for in men is not the same as what we look for in women. There's a difference between our genders. The thing that messes the whole thing up is because everybody keeps saying we're equal, right? Mm-hmm. We're equal in the law. That's clear. But as far as like, but they what they you think they got more? You think they got more privileges than men do?
Yeah,
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree. But law wise, like, we're even. Mm-hmm. But between the genders, it's a very, very different dynamic. And like men, we're just on a different. We like things and objects, and women are more about people and feelings.
Yeah,
and
I mean, there's objects, titties.
See, it's simple.
I don't know.
It's really simple.
Sometimes I just feel like I'm wired different because the thing is, I've always wanted to. I think one thing that like really bothers me in life is I wanted to, do something, be the first in my family to, just not be the norm. I don't want to work 9 to 5 or start my own, thing, and everybody's like, go to college, be a police, do that. And I'm like, that's cool, but I don't want to do that. And I kind of wanted to be the first person not to do that. So even when it comes to like relationships, I kind of just block those things out because I really know I only have one life to live and what I really want to, go for. So I could just settle, get married and have kids and do all that shit. But sometimes I really think that takes the focus away from me. While I'm trying to, I had an ex-girlfriend, she said to me one time, I was on my computer, and at the time, my focus was just music. And she was like, you're always sitting on the computer. And I'm like, I literally get paid doing this, and you look at it as I'm just in here fucking around on the computer when I'm really in here taking it serious because it's, it helps pays bills, that type of thing. So just to hear a comment like that was kind of my drive to just keep going to at least, say that I tried. You know what I'm saying? I could get married at any time. I'm not saying tomorrow's promise, but I have time to do that, what I'm saying? But like I said, if I get too old or my knees go out and I can't do what I'm trying to do, I can't walk or get to it.
Play basketball in the NBA?
Yeah,
okay.
that's awesome.
So how old are you?
I'm 34. So I feel like I got time, and I just go tunnel vision. Like this is just starting last year, so just thinking of where I could be in the end of this year, next year, without that distraction of, babe, can you come over and I would just want to put my feet on you. I'm like, bro, I don't like. I'm focused.
I love somebody else that's. Maybe
and
somebody who does the same thing or somebody in the same
And that's what I always tell her.
I always tell him that I'm like, yo, you just need somebody who can understand you, who's going to do the same things as you. He's like, no, I can't do that because I'm not going to answer them.
Like, you've been on the computer all fucking day and my feet need, and I don't need that shit.
And see, for me and him, most people that work in the car business, they work long hours. Like at least in the sales department, because the dealership could be closing at 8:00, but if somebody walks in at 7:50 to buy a car,
you're closed.
They may not come in. They may not leave until 11:00. After they buy the car.
You stay
and
for the sale. You don't.
Me and him working in that business, we know there has been sometimes I've been at the dealership at 11:00 at night, and he doesn't like it, but he knows like
how it goes.
Right? But a lot of people, it's like some of the guys that we know that sell cars, whatever, their wives stay at home, and they don't get it. It's like, well, you stay at home, you're not working. But yeah, your husband may have to stay until 11 o'clock so that you can stay home. But it's kind of like, well, I wish you could, get off at 6 and we can have dinner. And it's like,
No, bitch.
so we have that where I
Not
understand
bitch, but like,
the business.
Yeah, like.
Yeah,
But you may need someone that's in this field so that they can
And like I said, that's what I told her. I said, I feel like a lot of relationships today fail because you meet each other. First thing you're going off is attraction. And that's not enough to hold a person. When you get to know that person, my mom always say, you shouldn't live with anybody before you get married. And I think opposite. I think you should because you'll get to know that person before you put the ring on it.
Yeah.
You don't want to move in with somebody and learn like, they fart, they have some type of gas disorder or some shit. Like, it might be annoying to him or her if she's the farter. But but I'm just saying, like, you should really get to know that person. So, like I said, I just kind of have different views on that type of thing. So,
I mean, I think it may just be like a who problem, right? Like, because everything that you've described is a normal thing for every man, right? We have to protect, we have to provide, we have to build our value, right? Women are given value and we have to build our value. And the more value that you build, the more access you have to women. And so, like, there's nothing wrong with trying to be the spear and pushing forward and do something that's outside your family and, like, reach for the stars. That's great. But nobody wants to come home to a not peaceful house, right? And that's what you mean when you say, like, I don't have time to come home and you're bitching at me because I was, like, nobody wants that. But that's what I'm saying when I say, like, when men are allowed to be truly masculine to themselves and women are feminine, like, there's a beautiful balance between the two where she brings you peace and you want to be around her and it helps you clear your mind at the end of the day. And then you can go continue to be creative and push forward in whatever you're doing.
So how do you feel about those guys who come home from a long day and their piece is playing the game and then, the woman...
I can answer that.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Now, well, listen, because Max used to play video games, like, on the weekend, because he's not, like, he doesn't go out and stuff. And for me, I go out here and there with girlfriends, but it's normally birthdays.
Because people out here roller skating. He don't want
yeah,
to see that shit.
they roller skating.
Yeah, and Daisy
But he
Duke.
was...
At 30 plus.
But he would play video games sometimes on the weekend.
Twerking
from
and
like
shit.
9 o'clock at night until 4 in the morning. And sometimes I would
golden
complain.
age.
I would complain. And then one day he was like, yeah, but I'm here. I'm in the house. I'm not out. Like,
Cheating.
right. So,
Looking at titties.
I looked at it and it's like, look, this is something he enjoys. He is here. Because, I have other people. It's like, yeah, my husband's out in the club every weekend and whatever. And she don't know what he's doing. So that's when I kind of like, okay.
So as long as he's in the house cursing out an
Yeah.
8-year-old
Can I
on
ask
Call
you
of
this?
Duty. Little bitch.
Like our wedding cake
Teabag that
topper was a Call of Duty
Yeah.
video game. Like, I'll have to
was.
show you guys, but that was like part of our wedding cake because he used to play video games.
Yeah.
And
all right.
lately, just recently, he's kind of pulled back a little bit. But yeah, I just kind of weighed like, okay, he's right, and I kind of just got over it. And
Now, do you think some women can't handle when the attention's not on them? Is that why they get upset?
I think it depends on the
when
person.
their men do certain
I
things?
am not an attention whore.
Not.
Like you, I'm just not. Like, you can go on my social media page. I don't take selfies and every blue moon. But,
No, but your
I've
stories
never been
are
that
hilarious.
person. But I do think, for some people, that may like, hey, I'm here, kind of thing. But that's not me particularly.
I mean, I think your relationship should be organic, right? It should be like to you guys. Like, I'm pretty introverted.
Yeah.
I like to, read or listen to podcasts or like, so when we're around each other, we don't always have to be talking. We don't have to,
That's my fucking thing.
like,
And sometimes, like, women think you have to say stuff
right.
24/7. I'm like, bro, like,
And
shut
if you're
the
quiet,
fuck up.
something's wrong with
Gather
you.
your thought before you say
Yeah.
something.
Right, but when I first dated, that
It's just
used to be
like-
a sign for me. Like I remember I said that to her. Like when we first started dating, and I started like actually falling for her.
Mm-hmm.
It was because we could just sit down on a couch and shut the fuck up.
And just fucking relax.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how people talk all the time.
There's
It's
peace
like,
to that.
Where do you relax? Like, where do you just
and not have that uncomfortable feeling of like I got to think of something to say. And
Yeah,
like
like, no,
that. That's not enjoy. Just be you, right?
Yeah.
So I think on some level we all want to be accepted that way, right? We all want somebody to accept us for who we are, so that we can be ourselves and be free. You know, because especially with these days with social media. And
Yeah,
so
I think
forth, there's so
people
many
fall in
personas.
love with the character more than they do than the person.
They do, and I think that's a
Yeah,
problem.
it's
You know, with this
fucking-
next generation.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them because I feel like you're constantly like creating this avatar of who you're supposed to be online,
And
and,
then
you're
when-
catering to it in a way that you're creating something that's just not real.
Yeah, and then
well,
when-
sooner or later you got to turn it off. Yeah. And look in the mirror, and it's not the same person. And then you have a separation, and it.
It's like my uncle. Like every time I talk to him, he's like, "You're 30. You're
Should be married.
Yeah, it's like you're 30. You need to find a man. You only got 2 years before you can have kids. And
But you're
find
always
a
gonna
family
run into those people.
Yeah.
I mean, still we don't have children, and we're still, hey, you guys, and it's just
We got together around 30, right?
yeah. It was like 20. We had our 30th birthday party together, so we may have got. I think we got together like 29.
Yeah, I genuinely feel for you. Like being a woman is challenging because you guys have like a clock, right? It's just is what it is. Like men, you'll see a 40, 50-year-old
that's what my
man
uncle
getting a
was saying,
20-year-old
yeah.
girl like it ain't no thing, but you don't see it the other way.
Vice
Yeah, that's kind
versa.
of weird to me too, because like, what do you talk about?
With
Yeah.
I can't imagine they have
20-year-old
anything in
difference.
common.
Yeah, it's
got-
just weird.
yeah,
I
it's
don't, I don't
gotta-
like that.
Yeah, like it was
that's
one
just
of my friends, and like he's older and he always dated young girls. And I was like, what do you have to talk about? Like, what's the conversation?
You have
besides
titties.
sex, right? I was like, what is your that there is nothing you can tell me that y'all talk about that you're genuinely interested in that's not sex.
Yeah, well, everybody's
which is
different.
stupid.
He just may not like to be challenged. I mean, that he just may
Yeah,
just
some
want,
guys are like that.
You know,
They want somebody that can manipulate. all
yeah,
that. Yep.
doesn't say much. Like,
Yep.
doesn't care that they have nothing in common. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I could just go buy her this Michael Kors bag or this coaching that's good. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
she's
well,
a low level hoe.
yeah, I was like, I said,
Yeah, entry level hoes.
Entry level
like,
Michael
I can't
Kors.
believe you said that.
yeah, I was like, well, that wouldn't work for me because
Budget.
I'm like, but that wouldn't work for me because I'm not the prostitute, I'm the escort. So you're gonna really have to put some money out. 'Cause it's not gonna work. No time.
Michael
He was
Kors.
like, what did you just say? I was like, you heard me right. I'm the escort. I'm not the prostitute.
You're just gonna have a good time without having a good time.
Right. Not gonna have a good time. Chill out.
Okay,
Michael Kors is crazy. Yo.
Yo, I was like,
Michael
Michael
Kors,
Kors. I was like, what?
that's an insult.
There was a
Right.
time. Now it's an insult.
Yeah,
There was a
no,
time
yeah.
Coach had its day.
Yeah.
Them days is gone.
No, but he was
early
saying that.
2010s, it was popping for
I
Michael
said,
Kors
but he
and
was
Coach
saying
for
that
sure.
like in today, that like, oh, yeah, I get him Michael Kors or Coach, she be, no.
Oh, she has low self-esteem.
I was like, how old is she, 12? I'm like, there's no way. No, that's not gonna work. So it's not gonna work. But my uncle, he's always telling me how I have this time clock. He's like, you have this clock, you have this clock, you have this clock.
No,
you gotta
you're
get
fine.
married, you gotta do this, you
You're
gotta do that. I'm
fine.
like, well,
You just turned.
I was like, well, I was like, I'm all right. Like, I'm chilling.
Sports update really fast. That same uncle, his son lost his first basketball game. They got blew out like 100 to 6.
Hey, what's his name?
Uncle Michi.
Uncle Meechers. Run that fucking PS4, my nigga. Run that
He was
PS4.
like, I don't want to miss my son's game. I said, they're going to get blew out anyway.
Okay, so this is the thing. I had got COVID, and then so by the time Christmas came, I was good. I was like
A
14
month later,
days.
he think he
Yeah.
caught it from her.
A month later, like, cause I still had the cough.
Got it from the gas
So,
station.
so I still had the cough. So then, like a few days after Christmas, he was like, "You gave me COVID," but then he had just told my mom somebody from his job had COVID. So she was like, I mean, why would you think you didn't get it from them? Joanna doesn't have COVID anymore. Like, she had it way back in the beginning of December. She don't have it anymore. He's like, no, she gave me COVID. She gave me COVID. And I blame it. And I got to have somebody to blame, and I blame her. I'm like, well, I didn't have COVID, though. So how could you get it from me?
Oh, my Lord.
So then he's like, see, because of you, now I can't go to my son's game. I can't coach the game. I can't do this. I can't do none of that because you gave me COVID.
Get
I
lost.
was like, but I didn't because I'm negative. Well, that was a false negative. Well, no,
Should've
because
said, relax,
I'm like-
your son.
I'm like,
He's gonna get his
no,
ass
right.
whooped.
But then he told me his son
No
lost
points.
the game.
Son got
so.
crossed out his fucking
It's like, hey, you
boots.
Mm-hmm.
missed the game. I saved you some gas.
Like, it was okay.
Sounds like a game worth missing.
Yeah, definitely.
He'll blow it out.
I mean, he's like 7 years old,
Trash.
6, 7.
Yeah.
You know, he's
I
like, I
mean,
ain't get to
trash.
coach this
One
game
from
because
17
you
from
get
the
COVID. No, but he plays like he plays every sport. I'm like, you have a
You need to
game.
stick to
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
Like he got basketball, soccer. I don't think he doesn't play his football, but everything else he plays.
And hockey and badminton and ping pong.
Cricket.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, those games too.
So
Ping pong's intense.
oh,
Yeah.
I was about to say
Little random tidbit.
Forrest Gump.
No, it's like an Olympic sport.
I know.
Yeah, that shit's fucking crazy, bro. It's fucking Asian people.
I have one question, and then we'll get close to wrapping up. So, like I said, I definitely want to get on your differences here. You get in the shower. One of you says, "I want to join you." The knob's in the middle. Where does the knob go? Does it go hotter? Or does it go colder?
We don't shower together.
Yeah, she keeps the water way too hot. I can't even be in it. Melt my
Okay.
skin off.
Yeah.
I'd have to crank that thing down. Then she'd be like, "It's too cold."
When it comes to temperature, him and I are just opposite.
Opposites.
I mean,
No,
obviously,
women have
It's
like a pain threshold, which
Yeah.
is way higher than men, I think.
yeah,
I
because
gotta
I
have
want
it
it
on
like
fire.
scalding.
Yeah, like I.
But even on my
I'm
way
here, like,
here, somebody had the sunroof open and the window cracked. Like, yeah, he has no pigment.
I'm with you, Max.
I don't
mean,
know.
It could be a culture.
Like I was
thing
like,
for
babe,
me.
can you put the heat like more on the floor? I'm freezing. He's like, I'm burning up, and
Yeah.
I was just, we're
I'm like trying to
completely
roll these
out.
windows down.
It's like 29 degrees outside.
Yo, I was in Home Goods earlier. I was just like, yo, I'm
Fuck, what you doing in there?
buying shit. Yo, I'm fucking hot. I don't know how people are walking around with big ass coats,
Oh, no.
pants. I'm like, I can't do it.
I am freezing.
Like everywhere she sits in
Like,
the
matter of
house
fact,
is
start
on
your
a
car
heating
now.
blanket.
Right. Please.
It's like
Can't
heating
do it,
blanket to
man.
heating blanket for
Yeah,
her.
I don't even
Yeah.
keep the heat on at my house.
Oh my god.
So is that why you really got the sleep number bed so you can adjust your side?
I mean, that was a good selling point. But honestly, man, it's like, you know how it is. You lay on something, then you lay on something else. You hate them all.
Yeah.
I hated that the least. So I had hope.
But I told him we're still in the time frame where we can return it. So I'm like, babe, if you really don't want this back, I'll do all the work.
It's already delivered.
Yeah, we slept on it.
Yeah, we've been
But
sleeping
they
it.
say that we can try it out for like 90 or 120 days. And
What
it
day are
hasn't.
you on now?
From when it was delivered, I think we got like maybe 2 weeks left before we hit that. But he was like, no, we could just keep it. But I'm like, I'll do all the work. You don't even have to do. I could just call them. Hey, come pick up this bed. They'll ship it back. Give us our money back.
See, but then we have no bed.
I know, but we could just go and get another
Then-
bed.
then I
Well,
got-
actually, that's not true. We have a guest bedroom. We would just be
We would sleep in the guest
bedroom.
bedroom. But still, then I'd have to go do the thing again. You
Yeah.
know, that thing where I have to drive and go to each place and feel all the beds.
shit on
Yeah, exactly. And then have the salesperson come up trying to sell me some shit. You know, like it's an
But
it's
you could do
arduous
that and then
process.
sleep. There was a bed that you liked. It was a black mattress and it was like a sleep something. But
Yeah, it
black.
was like
'Cause I said, oh, Nikki has this bed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but you don't want the same bed as another person.
I wouldn't give a damn.
no, I do because my friend and one of her friends has that bed and they're like, oh, it's incredible. But he in the store, he was like, oh, this is a. But we ended up going with the other bed just because of because it adjusted. But in the end, it's just like
It was
hasn't-
comparable prices on that one. You could like adjust and
Yeah.
And-
So, but like I said, I told him, I'm like, if you want to, you're not happy with the bed. Like I called the store. I was like, hey, my husband said this is like the worst money he spent. And they were like, okay, you're still in the window. If you want to, we'll give you everything back except for like, there was some fee that we wouldn't get back. But they're like, yeah, you can get your money back. But he
See,
was like, no.
I love that you care because like I've never bought a bed I liked. Just be real. Like I've never bought a couch that like I got at home and I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I feel
everything
you.
everything gets worked in over time and then it becomes yours when it's nice and comfy. But like I've never bought a bed I liked. You know what I mean? So it's like
I feel that same way, but I have a friend and I stayed the night over her house. I slept in her bed and she had the most comfortable bed I've ever slept in my life.
Wait, you slept in her bed.
It was like a king bed, but girls do
That's
that.
a girl
That's something.
do that.
That's something that girls do.
Yeah, just like they roller
Sleep
skate
in another
together.
person's bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what they do. Super weird. We're not doing that.
Like sometimes when I
Sleep on the hardwood floor, dog. I'm not sleeping in your
But
bed.
it's we're girls. But sometimes when I have a competition, like if one of my teammates are coming or if they're competing, we will share a room. Normally we have 2 beds, but let's say that there's 4 of us competing. 2 of us will sleep in one bed and 2 of us sleep in the other. I mean,
Do you cuddle each other?
I like bones in my fish, so we don't do any of that.
I'm just lost as you are. Bones in your fish. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
no,
like
we are
catfish?
strictly sleeping. And before a competition, even if he was with me, that's not gonna happen. Like you can't do that before a competition.
Cuddle?
Yes, but no, like I mean, especially because you got
Yeah,
tan
no,
on
you
and
can't.
all that.
We sleep with tanning on. You shower. I take a shower.
Leave like a mark everywhere that they go.
Yeah.
I take a shower, and then from there we get a spray tan, and we go to sleep. The tan gets in our skin, and I don't shower in the morning. I put on my suit,
can't.
and then I hit the stage. No shower.
You don't put deodorant on?
No, you
because it
can't.
turns the color of your armpits.
fucking
So no, there's no.
sucks.
So yeah, there's no
You
cuddling
just
the night
funky.
before at all.
Wow.
Like it would be a mess.
It would be disgusting.
Yeah, it would be a waste
stinking.
of a tan. So no.
Wow.
Don't do
You
that.
guys have any other things?
Nah, I mean, it was a great episode.
Yeah.
Might have to be a part 2 to this.
Yeah. So when do you see?
Wait, I do want to ask the one question. So, what is one word that you feel should be spelled differently? Like for me, is happen. Like
Did you say happen?
yeah, happen. Like I don't think at the end it should be NED. I just think it should be ND because that's end.
If I had to change the spelling of a word, it'd probably be the word naked. Well,
Why?
It sounds like what it looks like.
you know why? Because I'm thinking as a kid, we used to say naked. So that's where my brain was going, like naked. But
Naked.
I would have to think about it.
I said
Maybe psoriasis. Isn't that so? The PS, like take the P off.
Oh, yeah. You're really deep in this thing. Psoriasis.
I was thinking of because BECUZ. I spell it just like
I
that.
spell Saturday different.
Saturday.
No, Wednesday.
Nah,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, we was spelling.
SADDAY. Saturday.
Saturday.
Wednesday. WEN.
Yeah, Wednesday's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, get rid of the Wednesday.
Yeah. Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday's a good one.
Yeah. So I guess let's get into these last minute thoughts. We'll start down here.
Start down here. Last minute thought. Don't take it too serious because it's just a joke. My last minute thought.
Last minute thought. It really should just be spelled happen and not happened. It just need to be happen. Happened. Like it don't need to be that. Just need to be happen.
I feel like my last minute thought would be more so of a question. So it'll be for you. So you deal with your job, you deal with a lot of wealthy people. I'm sure you pick up on knowledge from them. So how could I make 100,000 by tomorrow?
Go get you a lottery ticket.
It's funny because like that's a really good conversation to have. Like I could spend time talking about that. But to reduce it down as much as I can to answer your question, get really fucking good at something. Because there's a common misconception. All these people think that people with a lot of money have it easy. They don't.
Yeah, more problems.
But all of them that to get there, it took a lot of work.
Right.
And you don't see the work, right?
You just see the end result.
You just see the end result,
Right.
right? So it's like whatever that old adage is. It's like, everyone congratulates a person who's pregnant, but nobody gives a shit about how many times they got fucked to get there.
Yeah.
Right. So like there's a learning process that goes to getting to that.
That applies to this so much.
That's super hard, but you
does,
have to be
man.
consistent and you have to be passionate and you have to have a vision about where you want it to go. And that's what I noticed with all those people that I brush shoulders with is all of them have a very like specific vision of what they want to create in this world. And then they just relentlessly do it. And nobody can tell them any different. Those people always succeed. But it will not, like, you're not going to get rich and then sit on a beach because, like, everybody that I meet, they work hard. Like, they work all the time. They got spouses at home that they barely see. They're out of town constantly. They travel. Like, it's not like this fairy tale thing. Like, it's hard work to run a business, you know?
So I guess I do have a part 2 to my question. Being that you see, we're working on as of now, a lot of people like, you're this age, you should be, trying to get a house or buy a car. And I'm like, that's the American dream to want to do that. And I'm like, I've found something that I really love. So would you think it would be smarter to maybe go get that house and make that investment, or to invest in what I believe could work for me?
I would invest everything in what you believe in and use the profits that you make from
get
that
what
which you believe in to buy those assets. But ultimately, you know, any business that gets started isn't profitable for
Right.
on average for a couple of years. So I mean, it's like just stick to your vision.
Like you said, the consistency.
Yeah,
Consistency.
yeah.
Did I fuck it up again? Consistency.
But I
I'm
mean-
gonna get it right. Yeah, consistency.
Yeah.
I mean,
Consistency.
you're in. It's an amazing time right now. Like people have to appreciate the value of being in this world right now. Like you can make money. You can make $10,000 a week showing your feet on OnlyFans. I mean, what the like we're living in a very
good old
crazy
OnlyFans.
world right now.
See, it's my pinky toe. That's why I can't.
That's why you can't do it. Yeah, it's crooked. You know, but like, you know, so
the phone is such a powerful tool.
right. Well, and yeah,
Well,
and,
just the platform,
yeah,
media.
the platforms,
Yeah.
the communication,
Yep.
right? It's like books used to be the way, and now I'm starting to feel like podcasts
Yep.
and this people can disseminate information. They can, you know, study a Wikipedia article and then make a really compelling, you know, YouTube video, you know, and then everybody can learn about
Right.
that, you know, like so there's a lot to do in a space that's never existed before. So I would say stick to your guns if this is something that you want to do, but you're going to have to create your own trademark, right?
Right.
People have to you have to have a brand. So whether it's a consistent topic that you have that you always talk about, but I feel like all the people that I see in this like arena, they all have like a pretty consistent type of
Yeah.
people that they're interviewing or questions that they're answering or, you know, like,
Yeah.
so.
Cool.
I think we're more of the come have a good time, let your hair
Yeah,
down.
I don't want anybody to come here and feel like, oh, I want to talk about the time I was raped when I was little. But if you did, no, we're laughing. What the fuck? Dark humor, nah. But I do want you to, you know, you can come here and just let your hair down. I don't care if it's where we're laughing, we're crying, like anything. You know, some people, like you said, just have the same topics. Like I look at Joe Rogan, he goes from aliens to UFC, like just all over the place. So
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying though? Like Joe, it's all about the guests.
right,
His interest is only in
like the
the
more interview
conversation,
style,
and they're not all the same.
right?
Like I
'Cause
feel
he
like
has-
the man gets a bad rap because like everyone wants to put him in this like conservative box or you know anti-COVID vax box or
Yeah.
whatever box you want. But like the reality is that if you actually look at his history, he has a varying amount of different
yeah.
people on his.
I agree.
And he's not pushy. He has good conversations, you know. And podcasts that I like to watch are always informative, and it's always people, you know, like interviewing like Elon Musk, or, you know, like Jim Keller, like you know,
Yeah.
like
I think Elon Musk might have killed the guy.
you think so?
I can believe it, man. He
Think
looked
so?
like a killer.
Yeah,
You think so?
Yeah, bro. The way his
I feel like he'd
speech-
just be like and have somebody else do it. He doesn't have to get his hands dirty.
I don't know. He looks like the Dexter type.
Yeah, bro. His like
Dexter,
tone
by the
is
way.
just
We
kind of
do
like
too.
it's kind of like that killer monotone thing. It's weird.
Yeah.
Have you guys started watching the new Dexter?
Oh, we're
We've
done with it.
done.
We're done. With it.
We're behind a couple episodes.
Darn it,
just,
so I
I
can't
watched
even say
Dexter.
nothing.
yeah, I think we're behind like maybe 2.
I watch a lot of anime actually.
Oh, yeah, we like Dexter. He makes fun of me for watching any killer or anything, but
I
Yeah,
said,
'cause
we
women are drawn to that thing.
always solving.
It's like fucking psychological.
No, me and him are
Why
always
didn't we talk
solving
about this shit?
murders.
Because this is a real fucking thing.
Yeah,
Every dude I talk to,
I don't watch that
all
shit.
their girlfriends, they watch Lifetime like kill my husband shit. And it's
Yeah.
like, woman, you want to talk about it?
It's like either they expect us to do it, or worst case scenario, if it goes
Man,
left
they're
in the
plotting.
relationship. Yeah.
They're plotting.
I'm telling you, me and him are
like some
always
Gone
solving
Girls.
murders. Like we're always solving murders. Like every time See No Evil comes on, like we're watching it.
yeah.
Like and then like if I be like, all right, Rell, like I'm going out somewhere, whatever. He be like, all right, now you know we see no evil.
Yeah.
And it was getting him
Just
over
trying to
here.
You wired different.
I seen somebody get killed with an icicle, and they could never find a weapon, and that's why. So I'm like,
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
telling you, it would
Yeah.
be like times when I come home and like he would fall asleep on the couch and like it would be like Murder Chose Me or something on TV. I'm
my
like, yo, what
mom
are
was
we
always watching that when I was growing up. So just seeing her when if I was in her room, it just kind of got to me. So Even though like that dream of well, not a dream, but she was like, "Yo, grow up to be a police," and I was like, "Okay, I will."
He
And I
has
got
the
older, I
investigation
was like,
discovery app.
I
Like,
used to. I
he is
canceled
on
it. I
there.
canceled it. I get it. It's like a seasonal thing, like the pumpkin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
anyway,
like a pumpkin
enough
spice.
about me.
Nickname Pumpkin.
Yeah. So let's get into your last minute thoughts. Anything you want to share? Your handles? Anything? Not your basketball handles. Your social media handles.
I mean, my page is public, so but it's Leah Landis. I don't have a last minute thought. Marry your best friend.
That's not happening.
Okay. For those of you that say don't date anyone at work, you know.
Date them at work.
It can work.
It could work.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't turn down any quality opportunity for sure.
I was his dream girl, guys.
It's true. It's true.
Uh-huh.
He told that to someone at work
That's right.
before we dated. Like he's, you know, when he, I guess, and I didn't know this story until like after we had been together.
After I hit that.
After we had been together, but like basically,
He's like, oh, it's
he was
official
talking
now.
to someone. I was talking to someone, and when I walked away, he was like, "Who was that?" And she was like, "Oh, what? That's my friend." You know. And he's like, "Oh."
He went and
she's
put
like
his face on the service glass
She's
like,
like
God damn! Get over here!
She's like my dream girl. So,
Oh shit.
but he's been my Prince Charming. So.
One house, 26 cars, and 3 dogs later.
Yeah.
And I was
it.
afraid of dogs before him, so he helped me to get over that fear.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even go to someone's house if they had a dog. Like,
She was
I
definitely
feel like that now, but it's more like because you know sometimes the dogs they jump on you, and I wear clothes that they're not meant
Shorts.
to be jumped
Shorts.
on.
So your legs get scratched up. I
Right,
got
your
you.
legs
He's worried about his
hurt.
clothes.
Yeah.
or his
Not his legs.
You
Yeah.
always wear
Yeah,
shorts.
right.
So.
Sneakers, like okay, well, tell Charlie to, you know.
My little ones wouldn't jump on you, but Jax, our pit, he's a happy. Hey, who's that? Is that my new friend? And,
Gotta
you
sniff
know.
his ass.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get a last minute thought from you.
I don't know, man. Just don't take life too seriously. It makes me
fucking
sad. So
habit.
many people nowadays, they're just unhappy, trying to be somebody else or whatever. Just enjoy the ride, man.
Enjoy it.
You never know when it's going to end. But we're all going to punch that clock one day.
Right.
So don't waste it.
Right.
Yeah.
I like
I had
that.
a dark thought just now, but I'll save it for later.
I forgot what I was thinking. My mind just started thinking.
But I told you guys, like, not just because he's my husband, but he's full of knowledge. I mean, you can ask him.
I
My
knew she was
sister-
about to say shit. He's full of shit, you know.
No, he's,
just make it all up.
he's really knowledgeable and intelligent. Like my sister is always like, she's a nurse, and she's like, I know that he could pass the exam, state exam, without like even practicing, because she feels like he's that intelligent. Yeah. And I mean, we'll never know, but honestly, he's a well-rounded person. I mean, I'm glad that you guys had him on so you could see for yourself.
Yeah, man.
Very smart, huh?
guys
Spell
are gonna be-
Pharaoh. Spell Pharaoh right now.
PH.
Okay.
No, but he will
Really
literally
smart, huh? Yeah, you see that, America?
he will say words to me sometimes, and it's just like, can you bring it down to like 11th grade?
I don't think intelligence should be based on the ability to spell. I spell like shit. But I got spell checker and also,
Yeah.
No, he's even a good. There's a Facebook post that's still on his page from this day, and if I found it and you guys read it, it's like, what does that word mean?
Yeah.
Like,
y'all gonna break
what?
this one down to me.
Yeah,
But that just comes from reading. I like the English language. I mean,
yeah. He's good with that, and I'm like good with rap lyrics.
Great fucking balance. Great fucking balance.
Yeah. Now, that's how you fucking stay married.
Read books, recite rap lyrics.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cook a fucking dinner.
So, we want to thank you guys for watching the game. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
And send those titties.
Oh,
Where's
my
camera?
Lord.
Oh, this is my camera. Send those titties to the Gmail.
Yeah, we're normally over there, but we want to thank y'all for coming and thank you for being our first time, two-time guest.
Two-time guest.
Yeah, we had to wait. A lot of people been wanting to come back, but we just wanted to wait till it was the right moment. So
Yeah.
we'll give you one of those little trophies over there.
I was gonna ask. You got like 8 small ones.
Yeah, that was for the people who
confused.
suck. Yeah. Like we want to recognize the people with the little ones, but
I
the big
remember,
ones,
right,
yeah,
there
you
is
do.
8 too.
Yeah. So, all right, thank you guys for watching.
And I usually do it here, but now I'm here.
Well, you can do it on the main camera. The
Yeah,
middle.
peace.
Yeah. All right.